I just posted the URL into the Discord.
Okay.
The thing here says excellent condition for the live stream.
Okay.
So I suppose we should probably try to go over live. You know what I haven't done?
What?
Focused. Hi, welcome to the Blurry Odin Makes channel. You want me to focus? Hey, I got an idea. How about if I focus? We'll do that live because that'll be fun.
This is just a dream. No.
All a dream. I did audio. Yeah, they can hear us. Okay, good.
So we're live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. Hi. Welcome. There's a train. And focus.
I hope that's better.
I hope so too.
I can do this for all the cameras. So then from that I go into focusing camera 2. And
Danda's junk says, I thought it was just my sicko eyes.
you can almost see. How's that? Does that look okay? As far as you can tell.
As far as I can tell, is that what they're looking at?
Yeah, this should be what they're looking at too. That looks okay. All right, now let's go over to camera 3.
And
I'll make sure camera 3's in focus.
yeah, we haven't gotten to these steps yet. It's the secret steps. No, it's not the
Because my
secret
glasses are off, so I'll never see if this is in focus.
The glasses are right here if you would like them.
Look at the but that looks
Yes.
fine. Alrighty, and then I'll walk over, and the last one we have to do is camera 4, which
Oh, that is not focused. Focus, focus.
yeah, I love the fact that the cameras never want to remember where their focus is. It's always happy to just go back to wherever, because who cares, right?
Right.
So multi-view out, and there it is. Good. So now we're seeing what they're seeing.
And back to one.
Back to 1.
Okay. Oh, I thought that. Don't hit that.
And welcome to the Odin Focuses channel. And now that we're all focused, I want to welcome you here and make some sort of dumb joke about coming back again next week.
Are you focused yet?
No. Not at all.
The analyst says it looks great, so.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Annalith. I appreciate that. I'm remembering something that Hendo talked about doing at one point as a joke, which was, and I mentioned it before, DUI prop shop, where basically we would all get drunk on wine or something else and then try to put together some sort of packaged crafty kit thing. Anyway.
So like back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Like back in the day. Mm-hmm. So last week, Felicia tried as hard as she could to read all the comments throughout the entire stream. She's also been live streaming on her own channel, Behind the Scenes Fashions, which there's an updated link in the description that maybe it works now. She realized there's a little setting at the top of the window that I've never looked at or realized changed, which is either what did it say?
Live chat or top chat.
Live chat or top chat. And so now we switched it over to live chat.
So now I can see everybody's comments and not just the top chat, and that's why if I didn't read your comment last week, it was because it just never appeared. I couldn't see it.
What the hell is top chat? This isn't Reddit. You guys don't vote on each other. How does it know? Why is that an option?
Like,
I mean,
how does it filter out what
right.
I see and what I don't see? Because I watched it on live versus the top chat just because I was like, it doesn't really make a difference. It did.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, how does it decide?
Yeah, how does it decide?
Yeah.
Okay. You're welcome to pop it out if it makes it easier for you to see it.
I can see it. You can do it. Set your chat settings. I know.
That's all right. It's the thing over here I can mostly, I think,
Yeah. It's okay.
And then pop out, squint. There we are. Make it a little bit bigger so it can be seen. So we can see the chat. We can't see Discord currently, but that's okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are watching this replay later, the first, 30 minutes or 45 minutes is supposed to be more like 45, but I haven't started on time in a couple of weeks or a couple of videos, is all for... It's an unlisted live stream. This is a live stream specifically for members of my Patreon and members of my Discord because the community that supports me and supports my channel and supports each other. Let's be honest, you guys support each other almost as much or more than you support me. You guys are really cool, and this is the one chance, or one of the main chances I get to be able to do a live stream where I can like talk directly to you. We can answer questions directly, and your voices can be heard through all the otherwise muted top chat things. So if you want to get in early on this stuff, for those of you watching in the future, bless you, then please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at, well, pretty much any level, and you'll be able to get access to this. Discord level's best, but any level's supposed to work. Anybody saying anything? You're also giggling. We'll get to that in a second. You're also...
Oh, no, just seeing what people are saying. A lot of people are saying hi and happy early birthday to Yanalith.
Oh,
and
sweet. Happy
Schultz
birthday.
Division says you're looking fresh, Odin.
Oh, good. Thank you. Got a haircut. Went to Jody. Got a haircut.
Love Jody.
Yeah, Jody's great. Thank you, Schultz. And yes, happy early birthday, Yanalith. And yeah, bench.
I vote toast.
Yeah, bench. Especially if you make the bench a little box of chocolates. No.
I don't think either would be wrong.
No, either one wouldn't be wrong. I'm utilitarian. That's why I posted the one I posted, because I wanted one that was portable. But, you know, I've found myself on assignment for work in hotel rooms and not having a stand for my cell phone. So it became I want one that folds up and I can take with me. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're talking about? Go check out the Patreon, because it's exciting. We're talking about cell phone stands.
It's okay. We don't have to have the same opinion. That's
No.
why it's a poll. And I can lose gracefully. Yeah. Schultz Division's on Team Bench, and so is Yanalev.
Team bench.
Yeah, Jerry Can Cosplay says one of his older videos hit 1,000 views, and he's so happy.
Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations on 1,000 views. That's awesome.
That's worth celebrating.
That is worth celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
If
I say cake.
If I had a thing, I would do a thing. You know, a graphic
button
and a sound and
a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
A
if we
bug
were
or-
like high tech.
That's if I knew what I was doing. I've only worked in broadcast. Why would I have anything set up to do anything like that?
I don't know. You have a multicam setup that you run from. Anyways.
Yeah.
I went Emmy-nominated editor.
Thank you.
I'm just saying. Oh, Danda's junk. He voted toast too.
Sweet. Yeah, it'll have to be done by next live stream, so I should probably show it off if it happens. A production company out of London is going to be shooting a short documentary something here in Sacramento on the first of the month for that week. They contacted me because they needed a double-barreled shotgun that was safe to carry around. So I may be making a double-barreled shotgun here. Should have started yesterday doing research to figure out which one they were talking about. So yeah, I may have a I might have a full stock, full length 1930s double barrel shotgun that will have to be finished. A gun video.
Because it's paid for.
Because it's paid for. Yeah,
But
it's not paid very well directly as a commission, but yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll have the video ready by next, but the gun has to be. If they come back on Monday and finally say yes, because we've been going back and forth over price and expectation and what they're going to get and whether they keep it or not, because that affects the price, whether they're renting it or keeping it or whatever. And
Yeah,
so,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because I'll rent things out way cheaper than I'll sell them for because,
I get it back. Yeah. And at this point, I've helped a couple, and it seems like, it's annoying as much as guns are a bad thing to build for YouTube, they are a primary thing that gets asked for local filmmakers.
Because...
You can't use a real firearm.
Oh my gosh. And it's important.
It is very important.
Very, very important. And I've run into that.
Oh, yeah.
All sorts of different situations.
Yep.
It's important.
It's important. And Schultz, I believe I still owe some patterns to. I haven't even cracked open the laptop that I have all my patterns on to send you some laser patterns. Third stream since he asked, and I haven't done it yet.
It's okay.
I hope
we're
so.
here. We're live.
Okay, hi.
Okay, I was going through and seeing what we have to do next.
That's good.
And what we really got to do is we got to put the electronics on it. We're getting there.
We're getting there, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's so many steps that we can skip
Right.
around on.
Well, I had worked a little on the clippered valves. The clippered?
Yeah. That's a funny word. Clippered.
And I realize there are a set of these that go in the backpack as well, and I don't know if we ever got the parts really put together for that. So might need to, since I'm doing these.
Might as well make them match.
Yeah, because they kind of do.
Yay for thinking ahead.
Falling down that rabbit hole, there's a Clippard 702 valve and a Clippard 30343. You guys let me know what numbers because I'm saying them wrong. And then depending on, this is one of the details that depends on which Proton Pack is whose.
Okay.
Some guys have matching 700 valves. Some guys have a mixture of the two. And then whether or not the 700 or the 300 is on the gun or on the wand or on the pack, it all, yeah.
Ooh, so we get to make some decisions today.
Yes, they'll probably all be the 700s. But yes, we do get to make some decisions today.
Okay, well, if they're all the 700s, like, which packs can we make out of that?
I was still of the, I did kind of make them. They're, all right. That's it. But we didn't get the, we glued them in early. Or I glued them in early. One of the two.
Well, we tried to finish this up and now we moved to that, so I can understand why they're...
That's okay. All right, well, so here's this one. So what I needed to do, what I was wanting to do earlier this week, and it just didn't happen, because I've got a shop. I spend a lot of time near the shop. I don't spend any time in the shop. I don't know why. I wanted to make the top knob for it, right? I was actually looking up the actual manufacturer's website to see what the top, because there's a...
This piece?
Yeah, there's a little piece. Well, there's even a little piece that goes on top of this that twists.
Okay, so there's another pice on top of that.
Yeah,
So,
or there can be anyway, yeah. I don't know, I might...
Do you want to pop those off and see if we can do them better?
I kind of do now that I've seen what they look like.
Well, we can cover them, redo the circles if it makes an ugly spot, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe not. This is glued in pretty well. Maybe I'll just leave it alone.
Okay.
I could fix the top probably, but anyway. Yeah, because there's basically the Clippard valve is a 3-way pneumatic valve, and you're able to adjust it to adjust the manifold to let however much air go through the valve in different directions.
Is it this one right here?
Yeah, it's that one right there.
And that's the piece that you
And that's the piece that goes in the front.
Okay.
So all it is it's like a little knob. It almost looks like you were to take a 10 millimeter something and wrap it with a zip tie. It's not much more complicated than that.
But it looks a little more machined on, texture, so it has grippiness. You know, scientific word for grippiness.
Yeah, scientific word for grippiness. And then it has this awesome, this top part is silver, so this needs to be the super silver tape.
Oh yeah.
But I need to make the rest of it, and so I can, we have it over there. But I need to make the rest of it so I can glue it together, we can plastic dip the foam parts, and then we can cover it with, because that all supposed to be silver too.
Should we make some...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think we should. Don't have to pop them off.
I don't think so,
We don't have to ruin
no.
it yet, but we can make some that we could, you know, ready to go.
Yeah, I think so.
Just saying.
Boy, how many of the fans out there are upset have been holding it upside down? Because all I've been doing is trying to look at this part, not what I'm holding, so...
I know. Like, I'm used to looking at it laying down, so it's like whatever angle.
Right, whatever angle it needs to be so I can see what I'm doing.
Right. I'm still working on it as a 3-dimensional object, not as a backpack yet.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Have you found the frames?
No, we are slowly working on the shop. We got the table saw out about a week ago.
Yeah.
And then another truckload of stuff out of here. They're up there.
Okay.
They're in a box up
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay. I looked into the light. I'm blind.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
That's an old 80s song, right? Blinded by the Light.
So, Danda Shunk says, Sack Anime was awesome. I actually walked around and got tired, lol.
Oh, cool.
Got stopped and left and right for pics. I was the one creating the crowds as people lined up for pics. That's always fun.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Dan.
Yeah. You know what it feels like to be a Disney princess. Yeah. In Disneyland, they get chased and then lines form.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Congratulations, Dan.
Right? That's the funnest part. Especially when there's, like, kids going, oh, it's a robot.
It's a robot. Yeah.
Because to them it's real.
Robot. Right.
Mm-hmm. They can look past all the little glue spots and see for totally.
Kids are great for that. Yeah. Kids are great in general, but kids are great for...
Also, they'll tell you directly, like, what are you?
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be brutally honest. So
no filter.
So when they compliment you, I take it as a genuine, like, yes.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. OMG, it's a Transformer super sad face.
Right. Sure you got that more than once. So yeah, SAC Anime was last weekend. I didn't go. What does this mean? Well, SAC Anime Spring happens at a different location than summer or winter does. And because of that, it's laid out differently. And the people who are in charge of setting things up have different positions. And the guy who gives me the space for summer and winter doesn't have an area that he's in charge of for spring, so there's no space for me, which is okay. I went last year. They made a space for me. It was really weird. Last minute, I felt very out of place. Not because of where they put me, just because of how things happened. So this year I was double checking the exhibitor list. I wasn't on the exhibitor list and went, okay, I got the weekend off. And that was it for me. So, yeah.
Yep, and it was Easter?
And it was Easter. It almost always happens on Easter.
Oh, okay.
So it used to be, voice keeps cracking. It used to be Easter and Labor Day, which is the first weekend in first Monday of September. For those of you who are not in the United States, and what the heck is a Labor Day? And then New Year's. And Easter and Labor Day still pretty much happen, but New Year's moves depending on where the weekend falls, because the hotel would rather have a weekend of New Year's rivalry, booking their hotel, and then a weekend of anime freaks booking their hotel. Yeah, because they get 2 good weekends in a row instead of trying to mash them all into one.
Commerce. It's
Commerce,
important.
yeah. So that one fluctuates, but
okay, good to know.
Yep.
I only started going when you gave me free tickets.
Sweet, good enough.
Free is a good reason to go.
Free as a that's why I go.
Yeah. Aww. No joke, I heard someone say Megatron.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like going up to someone cosplaying as Mando and saying, nice Iron Man.
Nice Iron Man. This is the best Boba Fett I've seen. This is before he paints it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but...
So I was asking my friend Joe Gillis, creator of Beyond Geek, about what type of powered microphone instead of a battery-operated one that we could use in order to try and improve the set here a little bit. And he was telling me an omnidirectional microphone. Yes. And Joe, what model should I pick up? Question mark. And since I kind of trust Joe's opinion when it comes to gear, I'm asking him secretly in a way that nobody has any idea that I'm asking him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. BeyondGeek.com. Give my friend some love.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped make this show go.
Yeah. I like his mermaid episode. I don't know if you can watch it yet.
You can't yet.
Yeah,
that,
didn't think
that
so.
one was 80% done when the panorama happened.
I remember.
Yeah, and so...
No, I just thought it was a cool concept. I was like, I totally geek out on that.
Yeah, he was going to make a couple of episodes, and now he's having to really scale back what the plan is, because, yeah.
Well, anyways, Joe, I love what you do and support you. Please be successful.
Please be successful.
Yes. Let's see. I have been ignoring all the comments today because I didn't promise nothing yet.
But it is live, top live?
It's live chat.
Nope, it's back to top chat again.
It's
Look
top
at that.
chat, not live chat.
We popped out and went back to top chat. Boy, this is fun. I love it when technology fights you.
Oh, there we go.
It's not like I didn't choose a setting intentionally.
Makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'm trying, but now we're live.
We are live.
So don't worry, we'll make all these mistakes. But we
Okay.
have to make
Yeah,
that piece.
Making that. We have to make that piece.
That piece right there.
Okay, so you specifically want to. Well.
That we need to silver it, and we need to put a knob on it, and we need to add the little decals. Do we have a plan for decals? Not yet. We don't
Need to go to Etsy and just buy the decals, because honestly, it comes down to time versus effort versus just buy it. And this is something that people have definitely gone above and beyond to be spot on about, and I would rather just go buy.
Well, I've seen Joe like sit there and get the rub off things, trying to get it like the yellow and the right shade for that Pit Boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time and effort to try and figure out.
Yeah, to try the exact things. No, it is. But no, we can go to. I know. I've looked it up and I forgot which one it is. The last time I looked, I found the rude stickers. Say the FOA. This thing's a new. I don't want those. I kind of want more
ones you can share on the camera.
Yeah, more screen accurate or closer. They don't have. Well, we're not screen accurate, so they don't have to be. But
We're ready for the KFC man with the Marshmallow Man.
Yes, we're totally ready for the KFC man. Exactly. we're gonna fight the Michelin man. So when it comes to labels, I'd rather do that. And then ultimately with these guys...
But that's after painting anyways.
Yeah, because if we get the rest of the foam put on this, plastic dip just the top, silver just the top, put the silver tape around it, put the label on it. This can sit aside until and then glue it in last.
Okay.
So that was a thought. Because then they're kind of done.
But we want to make extra ones for that.
Yeah, so I think we do.
You do. I know you do.
I really do. Which means I got to pull these off.
Not right this second. You don't have to pop them off, but we can make. Or do you want to use these to make those ones?
No.
Yeah. So just leave them for now, and we'll just do the right ones, and then we'll.
Yeah. Because same thing. I can paint them better and just anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because we could just saw those off with a little tiny saw if we need to. We can break it off and put a sticker down. There's lots of ways to do it. Just smoosh it.
Smoosh it. Lots of smooshy. Mm-hmm. But that then that comes back to, well, you haven't done anything when the camera's not running, so what the hell are you doing now that the camera is running? I know there's the piece that goes here, which is a piece of 3/4 inch PVC. Do I have 3/4 inch PVC?
Got those.
It's metal.
Those.
That's half inch.
We have the stuff to put in there. We haven't quite done because we need to solder it.
Here's 3/4 inch schedule 80. This will be nice and freaking beefy. So I got some 3/4.
Beefy.
Yeah. So this is
for that piece.
Yeah, I'll see if I got a piece that's not
super hard to cut into because we have to put a curve on there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'll have to do, and then you'll make you sneeze because a little bit maybe.
The PVC dust isn't as bad as the foam dust.
Okay,
It's not as dusty. Okay, we skipped all of that. We done that. Skipped that section. We did that. The top knob, is that the one we're working on?
That's the one I'm looking at right now.
Needs a short piece of 1/2 inch PVC pipe and a short piece of 1 inch and 6 millimeter foam.
Oh, is it 1/2 inch? It's not 3/4?
If it's this piece, then yes.
We're going to have to curve the top? Oh, it is 1/2 inch. I'm sorry.
No, that is why we have these amazing instructions. Lost Wax Oz knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does. Well, then I've got
couple options.
Yeah, both the lightweight, which
is easier to cut.
It's going to be easier to cut. It's going to be lighter, and I suppose it isn't really going to matter. Then I've got the one that's a little
just
beefier.
The regular type.
Yeah, I think I'll probably do the beefier one.
Do it. There's more to cut and less hollowness.
Less hollowness.
Well, because don't you have to
hollow like my soul. What?
Yeah. Well, doesn't it cut better if you put something in it while you're cutting it, especially if you're trying to get a curve?
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
I was going to do what he did, which was I'll cut it to length. From what I remember in the video, and it's really cute what he says in the video, he cuts off a certain amount, square, and then draws a curve in it to match the gun box, kind of like a rainbow. So he could cut it with a jeweler saw because it's easier to cut a curve, and then grind it down so it's all perfect, like a rainbow.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't that the same curve as that right there?
Oh, it's really close, yeah. It's dang close. That was kind of the plan, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work, and that you could just...
I can. It'll just make a lot more dust. Part of the reason for cutting the jeweler saw is it cuts down the amount of dust flying around.
Yeah. Okay. It's your choice, but there's
You're the one wearing black. For once, I'm not wearing black.
Yeah. I'm wearing
Even my shoes aren't black.
Oh, my shoes aren't black. But dust is dust, and I'm used to it. But I will leave it. I get to leave the dusty area, which is nice.
Just nice. So what's the length of 1-inch PVC that once? Not 1 inch, I'm sorry, 1/2 inch.
It's a short piece.
Short piece. Oh, that works out
Hold
well.
a short piece of PVC vertically behind the curve in the top of the gun box. Draw a curve of the pipe that matches that. The curve should end right at the very end of the piece of the pipe.
Oh, then cut it 1/2 inch from the shorter side of the curve. Oh, okay. So it wants you to make the curve first, so you have something to hold on to. Yeah, okay, fine. That makes sense.
Logic. He does some very good step-by-step instructions.
Here I am going to cut it to size and fight with a little piece and not to get my fingers stuck on the sander.
Right?
Yeah, sounds like me.
We've all made those mistakes, right?
And in tonight's episode of Odin Bleeds.
Yeah, people were asking what happened to your knuckles.
I just wasn't careful and wrapped them on.
Yeah, just...
Skinned my knuckles on something stupid. Just being stupid.
Yeah, remember, sharp things are sharp, hot things are hot,
and blunt trauma is blunt trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We have Side Fox.
Side Fox.
325 here. And
hello, Not Shady. How are you?
we have Eonless. We already said Dan does junk.
Yeah.
And Ace is here.
Sweet. Hello, Ace. Loved your fishing picture on Discord.
Jerry Can Cosplay. We were excited he hit 1,000 views.
Congratulations, Jerry.
Yeah.
And Captain Splody, who's on Discord but isn't in chat right now, was working on a Friends movie they've been trying to put together for many, many years. Kind of a biography kind of picture. And the trailer finally got finished and put out, which means everyone got their credits put up. So Captain Splody is now on IMDb, and makes him very happy, which is very cool.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Are you on IMDb?
I am. Yes.
Nice.
Have been for a little while now, but yes, I am.
I haven't for random Smosh episodes.
You have been random Smosh episodes?
Some episodes I haven't been on, and then episodes that I really was on aren't even... It's just like...
That's because Smosh never put them in. IMDb...
No, they did later on.
They did later on?
Yeah,
okay.
There's some... Because I haven't touched any of that. And then there's some other projects that I worked on, but it's just...
Okay.
It's weird
Yes.
looking in there.
Yes, it is.
But that's exciting.
So I've no idea. All of a sudden I'm thinking about productions again. I have no idea if this documentary shotgun thing's going to happen.
But it's exciting to be a part of productions.
It is. So if it is, I'll try and post progress pictures in Discord. I don't normally do that, but it's a shotgun, so I probably should, because not going to make any money posting on YouTube.
You can make it a glue gun.
I could make it a glue gun.
Mm-hmm. And does shots of glue. Yeah.
This is Odin Makes a PVC tube with a handle. Not this, but instead of a shotgun, right? How to not use any gun terms.
Well, glue gun is appropriate. That's what I was saying.
Glue gun is, yeah.
And blasters. And... Yeah, it's just... I don't know.
Yeah,
All hail the algorithm.
It's a 1930 buckshot blaster. Yeah, that's what it is.
You've been flagged.
I've been flagged. Dang it.
Nope.
Again.
Nope. Not okay. I'm just making things up.
No, it's not okay.
Jerry Can Cosplay says, I'm thinking about making a flux capacitor for a future video. Any tips, Odin? You've made a few of those. Or you have one in your car.
I have one. Well, yeah, I've got a USB recharging keychain thing that was hanging in my car. It recently got hit by something that finally died after 10 years.
Did you make one for the thing?
I made one for Gonzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually still upstairs, I think, in the attic.
Oh. I have not been in there for like over a year.
You're missing nothing. So tips. It is both larger than you think and smaller than you think. Thankfully, the flux capacitor is something that enough people have looked at and recreated for their own vehicles that you can find the actual parts list of what is actually available online. And while I thought it'd be fun, and it was, to buy the right spark plug wires, because there's 3 wire leads that come off the flux capacitor, right, that you can see in the prop. Those are spark plug wires that you put on your... Those were 50-something bucks just for those. So it's up to you if you want to spend the money to get the right part or not. You know, I did, because Google was paying for it, so what the hell. But...
Yeah, commercials have budgets, which makes commercial work fun.
Yes, it does. And then I cheated on other things that I couldn't do. Like I did a inkjet printout of the old Presto label maker, right? Because I didn't have the Presto label maker, because you can't really buy them anymore. The Brother label maker's taken over. You can't find the old crimp one where you're, you know. But gosh, basically do it. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really cool to have. Trying to think what...
Any tips? Just have to do it.
Yeah, kinda.
It's just a bunch of hodgepodge. You have to put it together.
Pretty much. I think I bought an electrical box too. I didn't buy the right one, but I bought a plastic one that was about the right size. I think I'd have to watch the video. I don't even remember now. Did I make it from scratch, or did I buy a box? I can't remember.
Did you make a video based on it?
Yeah, I did.
So check out his video. That might be helpful.
It might be. Yeah, the main one is I did spend the money to buy the proper spark plug wires that have red boots and yellow cords, and that made me really happy. And it actually looks really cool, but it's up to you if that kind of money versus
actually
your
just buying
project.
copper wire that you cover in the red and the blue, and it's still technically the
or
same wire.
You just yellow plasted it clothesline. You know, and,
does it have to be? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so that's definitely a creator's call. But
it's how much you want to geek out on it.
Right.
It really is. That's all it is. Like how closely do you look at it?
Yes. How closely do you look at it? How closely do you want it to be? Are you trying to please Back to the Future fans, or are you trying to please Jerry? and from personal experience, if I was Jerry, Jerry would be the hardest person to please. So.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, in reality, as long as it looks good.
Basically, yeah.
If it looks good, you good. Finish your edges.
Yeah.
Ace had some good advice.
Oh yeah.
Saying, make sure you're grounded, Jerry.
Yeah.
1.21 gigawatts can really light you up.
Yes, it can.
Jerry can cosplay. Says, "Oh, I'm just trying to please me."
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Then that is both awesome and maybe the hardest part of. But it depends on your personal expectations. No, that's really cool though. It really is. And the flux capacitor was fun to build. The rest of the car was fun to build, but the flux capacitor is probably the most fun.
Yeah, you I can tell you focused.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. In the shot, that's the thing that moves that you can see. There's that and that weird green bar thing. Yeah, those two.
Yep. See what people are saying.
Please do.
Yes. Side Fox 325. A human light show will not be a great view. LOL.
Human light show. No, 1.21 gigawatts. Human light show is not.
Could you put that up on top of the thing so you have some space?
I could.
I would just use the stacks of sticks, but you have like 3 fancy blocks and stuff. Or that. Look at that. Look at you have all the tools. You know, the right tool for the job makes it easier.
Yeah, it really
I
does.
always have to tell myself that. Because I like to do it the hardest way possible. First, second, and then I figure it out when I'm done.
Yeah, then when I'm done, I realize, oh!
I could have done it this easier
I could
way.
have just gone to the store and bought a...
Yes. Okay. Camera 3. Look at you. And that curve.
It's going to be awesome if I don't break the saw blade with a close-up.
Don't worry, we're only live.
Oh, that's right. I'm only being judged by everyone.
That's okay. We're just gonna put it on the sander.
There.
It's curvy. Does
It's
it fit on
curvy.
this thing?
It's all curvy. Look, it's white on white. You can perfectly see it. The show's usually so much black on black, but yeah, it's pretty darn close. Except
Well, now
that
you
you
have
can't
to
see
zoom
it.
back out. There you go.
Everyone's sick at home.
Camera 2.
Nah. I was specifically trying to get a shot of it
All
close
right.
up, and let's cut away,
There you
which
go.
isn't a bad plan because of
There you go.
yeah, it's pretty good. That's the far side, and then there's the side that I actually marked, which boy, this is hard to actually get on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fitting pretty good. All right.
Alright. Now the other one.
Now the other one. Then I'll sand it, and then I'll cut it down to the 13 millimeters it says to do from the top part. Then I get to go digging for, because this is the one that takes the flashlight top, from what I remember. This is the one that,
It is this piece.
yeah, so that's the flashlight top, and that's over there somewhere buried next to the Ark of the Covenant.
When I look at that, I just am picturing those film canisters. Just plopped right there. Doesn't
Yeah,
it look like
pretty
one of
much.
those to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably about the right size. And as long as you didn't mind it being that gray color forever, because that's not a plastic paint.
You've tried?
Just it's that weird vinylized plastic, like that car spray might do it.
Okay. I haven't really used those things since college.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot
But
of
I
people
took a
have
photography class.
right?
Yeah.
Did you?
So-
And we talked about that, right? Did you get to roll your own film, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the whole little setup. That's how I met Dean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a professor there, so. Crazy. Small world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was my fashion photography teacher.
Look, Odin used hand tools instead of power tools.
Hey.
Hey, speaking of which, I'm supposed to talk to Ryobi this week. That should be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, now let's see if this is the right curve or if I just ruin it.
Vixen says on Walmart Radio there is a cover of the Men in Black Will Smith song, but they took out all references to Men in Black. And you're right, Odin. Not in Black does surprise me.
Not in black.
Odin, not in black. I would have never noticed it if you didn't say that. Various shades of gray and black.
Was out having dinner last night, and a song came on the radio I hadn't heard before. Some new remix of "Tiny Dancer" by Elton John, and it was actually not bad. You know, a lot of those aren't good. It was.
I did a dance to that in high school. On the dance floor. Top knob. Not bad. Okay. This is this part that we're skipping. This is the biggest part that we've skipped so far.
Right, because we actually bought real electronics to do it instead of the pieces he made. They're
Yeah,
over here somewhere.
I know we have them and they're ready to go, but we have to sit there and solder them.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed doing.
Oh, okay.
But apparently it's really boring to watch. But and that's the part we have to do not on the stream because that is really apparently very boring to watch. But I love doing it and I like learning that.
Good.
But that's the pink section we skipped.
Okay.
The top knobs we're doing today, and these things we're kind of getting done. And then we really got to just electronics. We have to.
We just have to. We can't.
Can we paint first?
I think we really should because I think
yeah.
painting before electronics is a much better plan.
Yeah, we have to make the piece that goes here, but we don't want to attach it yet.
Right.
We have it cut out, but we'll have to paint it as a separate.
Let's see. Over here. Edit.
Oh, it's noon. We
It's
get to
noon
go
already.
live.
Yeah.
So.
Public. Done. How do you want to go live? I want to go live.
Are we live?
Yes. Ghostbusters and live streams. Done and save. We want this to come back.
Schultz Division. Remember to go public. Thank you, Schultz, for being
Yes.
on that.
Well, my radio is so PG.
So are we live?
We are supposed to be live. Yes, I can see that it actually says public over there.
Well, welcome, public.
Welcome, public. Welcome.
We're live.
We're live.
We're making some doohickeys
And stuff.
and thingamabobs.
We're making a lot of dust right now, cutting things up, which means we're going to make snot rockets later. Yep. Hello and welcome to the Sunday Odin Makes live stream. Good afternoon. My name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And this week we're continuing our annual project. Well, I shouldn't say annual, but anyway, our project.
Stretched it out to a year.
Oh no, we're past that.
We're past a year?
Yeah, we're past a year.
Yeah, because we haven't been working
for the whole
on
Ghostbusters
it.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we're still working on the Ghostbusters Neutrona one. We were actually just discussing. We were just discussing. We were just talking about how far we need to go with what we got versus starting to finally put Creature Cast on it and seal it up and move on with doing electronics and actually starting to do more.
Because we got to paint it. You don't want to mask all of this.
No, I don't want to mask everything. I want to mask as minimal as I can.
So we're kind of getting to the point. After we get these little pieces on, I think next week we'll probably start
Masking? Sure.
masking and creature casting. But I don't want to brush that on because we got brush strokes badly on
Super
the
bad.
last project that we tried to brush.
Yes.
Anyways, Joe
She's
saved
saying brush stroke. Yes.
Yeah. The Dragon Ball armor.
The Dragon Ball armor, exactly.
Joe saved her butt and did it back and forth, and he was just looked at it and went, ew.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And then fixed it, and I don't know what magic he did, but I know that this time
He did magic.
Yeah, he did magic.
Yeah.
We love you, Joe. But
Yes, we do.
we need to creature cast. I'm pointing at the creature cast. That's what I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
The jugs of it, right? Or down there-ish.
Somewhere.
Have they
But
moved
whatever.
over there? Okay. Well, they were there at one point.
It's the stuff that Jerry bought. Yeah, and one of the fun things we need to do is, and why this pipe hasn't been glued in,
It's because it's easier to paint not glued in.
because I want to paint it with that car paint like this is. That's actually a vinyl paint that'll bond and stick to the PVC.
Because PVC doesn't like regular spray paint. It'll just flake off.
Yeah, pretty much. It works.
It'll do the job, but it won't last forever.
Exactly. All of you know this. All of you know that spray paint on PVC pipe totally works, but the super crazy car vinyl paint on PVC
Yay, learning mistakes.
bonds and won't do, it won't wear and look like PVC pipe quite the same.
Yeah, remember those dinosaurs?
Oh God.
We melted dinosaurs with spray paint, and they were so sticky, and we could not paint them.
This was for a music video shoot we did with a friend of ours, Gonzo, and yeah, it was one of those. He wanted everything to be the same color, kind of a Gonzo style. So these soft vinyl Brontosaurus and Tyrannosaurus that he had, can
All the
make these
dinosaurs.
blue. And the PA grabbed him, ran outside with some Rust-Oleum paint, and the paint never dried because it won't. Spray paint won't dry on vinyl.
No, you have to get the car stuff that's meant for vinyl, and you have to read the
Yeah.
chemical content, say what surfaces it will cover, because metal and ceramic, blah blah blah. You're looking for vinyl.
For vinyl. Yeah. Here's one from about 20 years ago. This is a more current label by the same manufacturer. Duplicolor vinyl and fabric. I buy this at an auto parts store. This one happens to be a gloss. I was excited that they started making
They
a
have to make
gloss.
sparkly. The auto paints are fun, but you have to get the ones for vinyl, and I get them at the car parts store because they have the best color selection, especially if you go to a car parts store that specializes in
Yeah. A larger store. Not giant, but just not the little tiny 7-Eleven ones, but the ones that are a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So vinyl paints.
What's
They're
a 7-Eleven
important.
for all my friends that are... Well, actually, 7-Eleven's worldwide. You all know what a 7-Eleven is.
Yeah, but we've made these mistakes several times, so that's why you have to vinyl.
Yeah.
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Yeah.
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Vinyl.
Yeah, I made a pair of Kiss boots that never dried because
Yep.
we tried to paint those and
Oh, the silver metallic paints on vinyl, that's the worst. So, yeah, I remember a friend is
And
super
PVC
excited,
tee.
bought the $80 vinyl T800 kit in 1994 when $80 was actually a lot of money instead of just dinner. Yeah, ruined it because the silver never dried.
oh, Iana was saying that's why you buy Angelus paints Felicia.
Yes, the Angelus paints.
Angelus.
It's
You
like
say
Los
that.
Angeles, but it's just Angelus. Very gothic font. Those are made for leather and for sneaker art. And so Kiss Boots, Angelus paints would be
Yeah.
pretty good. Kiss Boots actually a little different, but still.
Honestly, with those ones, I probably should have just used a silver sparkly vinyl, but they
Yeah.
turned out amazing. James
Yeah.
had vision. I loved him.
But if I ever do Air Force gloves again for My Hero Academia or anything like that, yeah, totally Angelus paints. Which is available at Blick Art Materials. Blick Art Materials of all of your HD foam needs.
Yeah, but what did we learn, people? If nothing else, vinyl
Yeah.
doesn't like spray paint
No.
and has been a bane multiple times.
Sorry, we're making the top notch thing. So
But it looks pretty. That's the important part.
yeah. No.
Oh, look at it. It's so nice. A little chimney.
Oh yeah. And does it actually work?
Well, does it need to?
It needs to be pretty close because we need to do
Oh,
this welding treatment to
Oh,
it.
yeah. No,
so
it's great. Look at
Okay.
that. Isn't that exact angle right there? That is.
it's pretty darn close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is that angle.
I like how she. Is that angle? She takes the thing that was actually cut on that angle to double check that it's this angle.
Well, no, it's just like it fits exactly. It fits exactly. They're the same
Yeah.
shape. This shape is that shape.
Oh, okay.
I was comparing.
I tilted this one. Did something wrong to this one.
Ooh, I'm telling. We're live.
Oh!
You okay?
And I'm wearing my safety glasses.
We safe. Got a lot of people here. We have. Let me say hi.
And now
Walker Industry says I'm finally able to make it to the stream.
I'm wearing my Ryobi branded safety glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I didn't get you
Hello,
the pretty
Walker
ones. I stole
Industries.
those ones.
That's fine. Hello, Walker
Second.
Industries. Thank you for joining the stream.
David's here saying, hi, I love your channel. Can you make some Avatar the Way of Water stuff? I want his glider.
Oh, it was glider. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's my request.
That's your request is glider.
I want Aang's glider my size.
Aang's glider, not Avatar: The Way of Water. The blue people and Navi people.
Oh yeah, they stole the name Avatar. That's what my brain went Avatar, and I'm like, I want the glider. But Way of Water, that makes sense. Yeah.
You know why they call it Avatar in the.
Yeah, no, I get why
Oh,
they
okay.
call it Avatar, but it came out at the same time as.
Yeah.
Just poor timing with that name. I'm just
No.
saying poor timing with that name because my brain does not go to the blue people. It doesn't.
Fine. That's totally fine.
And I'm sorry. Yes. I haven't seen that movie yet. Was it any good?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah, it was. The sequel was good. The first one was good.
I did
Are
like the
they
first one.
fantastical? The first one's the best Ferngully remake I've ever seen.
I was going to say, I love Ferngully.
The second one's probably the best Dances with Wolves remake I've ever seen.
Okay, Dances with Wolves. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. Otherwise, it's virtually the same story like most sequels are.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, you want to...
And it's pretty. It's available on streaming now.
Oh, cool. So, are you planning on doing any props?
No.
No. We had those costumes at the costume shop, but I absolutely hated them because they were a one-way stretch that had been printed on, you know how they have the morph
A
suits?
one-way stretch?
That's why I couldn't stand it. Because
Yeah.
it needs to be a four-way stretch, and they were a one-way stretch, and the one-way went the wrong way.
Went the wrong way.
They were. I saw like two people who could fit them, normal, and it looked okay. Everybody else, it just was like it did not fit, and they were the worst costumes out of the package.
I am confused.
Yeah, no, because when that movie first came out, we had those costumes at the costume shop.
Yeah.
But they were they in concept looked so great, but because the stretch was off, they just
Right. I'm just confused on the thinking with the people behind it and the.
In all
that's just
reality-
amazingly what?
they probably printed up to save fabric, but they didn't
Yeah.
connect that it wasn't, because it was like a tricot knit. It wasn't it wasn't a 4-way. There was definitely a 1-way stretch to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been a decent costume. Yes. So, oops, way of water. But I still want Aang's glider. Just saying.
Yeah, Aang's glider. I got you.
I think that one's a good one. In my head.
Da Vinci's glider.
Da Vinci's glider. I know, right?
Yeah.
We got Nimblue saying Odin tells us about vinyl fantasies.
Final Fantasies.
Kobe Herman says, "What up, Odin? How's your Easter?"
Hello, Easter was very good. I took it easy and had a really good time.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Little road trip. Posted pictures of going to Santa Cruz and just enjoyed the beach. It was just quiet. It was great.
I ate lots and lots of food.
Good.
Yes. Yes. Ben and Lynch is here saying, "Hey, people, hope you had a good chick." But I think it's Easter.
Good chick, yeah.
James Allen saying, "Hey, y'all, we got
Hello, James.
Bryce New saying, 'Hi, Odin and Felicia. I'm like a bad penny. I always show up with Eva laughing. Mwahaha.'"
Awesome.
That means you're always in the Batcave too, right? The giant penny.
The giant penny, yes.
The giant penny.
I don't remember the story behind the giant penny in the Batcave.
I just know it's there.
Oh, it's totally
Are you
there.
looking for this?
I am. There it is.
Yeah, it's just sitting there. It feels like a tooth. Like a snaggle tooth. I don't know.
Blue snaggletooth or red
Lone-
snaggletooth?
I don't know. Lone Eagle. Hello, all from chilly, rainy, snowy, northern IL, Illinois.
Ah, hello, IL, yes, Illinois.
And
Here I was getting excited he was from Chile.
no, it's just chili.
It's just chili.
He's
and
probably,
it is.
He's chili, eating some chili.
Oh, yes.
With some chili on it.
Oh, okay.
And those are all different words.
Yes.
Yeah. Adviction. Felicia has the right idea. Nickelodeon didn't take a decade for water effects. No offense.
Yep.
Nickelodeon wrote a damn good hero's journey is what they did.
Yes, they did.
They just did a really good hero's journey, and they fulfilled all the storytelling,
Things they needed. Yeah, they paid attention to Joseph Campbell's class.
story arcs. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
And so then you're telling me Avatar, and then it wasn't.
And then, yeah.
The name was just off on the timing, especially since there was a movie that came out called based off of that was we don't talk about.
Right, because the guy who directed it didn't watch the show and just did his own thing.
I don't
from
know what
I
his
understand.
excuse was.
Yeah,
but,
which is weird because I like the movies he created for himself. This is M. Night Shyamalan, Ding Dong, M. Night Shyamalan. His movies he created, a lot of them are really good. Not all of them. A lot of them are really good. I don't know what the hell happened with Avatar.
honestly, I tried watching it multiple times and could not get through the entire movie. And I've tried.
I'll be honest, I couldn't get through the trailer.
Yeah, but Gabe was a fan.
Yeah, he was.
He was a
Couldn't figure that out either.
I know, and he genuinely. I asked him and we talked about it. He was a genuine fan of the movie.
Hey, for everybody at home that can't necessarily play along, we just dropped a name, Gabe, who's obviously a very important person. Who is Gabe, and how do you know him?
He's the editor guy at Smosh, and we would hang out and chit chat about stupid stuff in
Yeah.
between scenes. I don't know.
No, you're right. He was DIT, Digital Information Technology, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It probably has a different transfer. Basically, he would take the shots they just did, ingest them into the start of an edit file, and do a rough edit of the takes that the director liked.
Yeah.
And then someone else would come along and sweeten it up and finish the episode. So yeah, that's what Gabe did, which was, an all-day thing. You sat there and did that all day, waiting for shots and getting things to work.
It takes a lot of people to produce a video.
It does.
It really does. You do it on, and you see a lot of creators do it with just one person when it took us like 20, 30 people, a team of people here in Sacramento, LA to produce that show.
And it takes a toll on the creators that do it as a one or two person thing. It's not, it is not
It takes a
easy.
toll on everybody,
Yeah.
honestly. But it is what it is, and it is fun. But just saying, a team of people and
Team
a
of
good
people.
good team of people does help.
So Gabe was a fan of the movie.
Oh yeah, and I was just shocked because
Right.
I've never met one of those.
One of those.
A fan of the movie.
May I see that tooth?
Literally the first person I've ever met that enjoyed. Yes, and he genuinely did. I didn't want to yuck his yum.
No, definitely not. No, if you enjoy it, please enjoy it.
Yeah, I just was very shocked.
I don't enjoy everything, so please, if you enjoy it, but Okay. That's not my movie.
No, not at all. But yes. Walker's Industries is asking if anyone has a favorite Star Wars character. His is Boba Fett, and so it'd be cool to see a Boba Fett helmet on the Odin Makes channel. Didn't you do something?
I have not done Boba Fett.
You've
No.
done...
I've done Din Djarin, so the Mandalorian. I've done the Heavy Mandalorian. I've done Bo-Katan.
Okay.
I have not done Boba Fett.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my favorite character is Princess Leia and the Ewoks. That just is what it is. That girl rocks. From the little version to the old version, that girl is
Absolutely.
queen.
Yeah, and honestly, part of the reason why I haven't done Boba Fett, not that I want to step on
No,
Princess Leia at all, it is exactly the same pattern as the Mandalorian, except you put in a rangefinder and paint it differently. So yeah, I could make one, but guess what? It would be virtually identical to what I've already made, which makes it really hard for me to do.
Yeah, mentally, I already
Yeah,
did it, finished,
you
it's
paint
on
it
its
different.
shelf. Yeah.
Princess Leia? Yeah, no, Princess Leia is cool. I like the really long blaster she had in A New Hope.
Yeah.
And we made the Jedi one for our shoot because it was the Jedi poncho. But she
Yeah.
had a really long blaster that almost had like Dalek rings on the end of it. And
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
thought I had her blasters, but I didn't. I had Boba Fett's.
yeah, you had Jango Fett's, yeah.
There you go, Jango Fett.
Another
not
Fett.
Boba. Wrong one! Anyways, I still
Yes.
have my blasters.
What we should do is paint one specifically with a bunch of little dark circles at the bottom and call them Boba Tea Fett.
I want the Boba. Detlef P, and I am here working too much and keep missing the stream. Well, welcome, Detlef P.
Welcome, Detlef. Thanks for catching this one.
Bulletproof Kevlar says, the wands look great. Are you adding lasers for effects? We are going to add special effects, but we got to figure out what we're going to do after we paint.
Yeah.
We're going to paint.
We had ideas for what we wanted to do, but what we wanted to do isn't necessarily going to fit with the electronics, so...
We're still putting that on the shelf for later. But we're going to paint it first.
Lasers is a fun idea, but without smoke and mirrors, but without something in the air for the lasers to react to, you're not going to see it.
Well, you could do the smoke pencil.
Could do the smoke pencil, then you'd see... Yeah,
Yeah, those are small enough and compact enough that we could.
good.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
No. We took up a CO2 fire extinguisher into the back a small one, just and get a couple of quick blasts. Okay, no, that's not a really good idea.
Have you worked with the smoke pencil?
I have not
Those
worked with
are
the smoke
great.
pencil. No.
Okay, so you know the pains of working with the fog machines?
Yeah, yes.
Not like that. They're not as painful as stupid fog machines.
Okay,
Just saying. What is a smoke pencil, people? It is something that you use to check your car's exhaust systems to look for any leaks. So it is a little box that creates a smoke effect, and it runs through your car's system just so you can see if there's any leaks, which makes a great dense smoke on demand.
Low flow smoke. It's low flow too, right? It doesn't spray out. It's like
It sprays
oh, does it?
decently.
Okay, like I said, I haven't worked with it, so
But I made a burnt oven mitt, like a smoldering oven
Right.
mitt, and because it was filtered through the fabric, it smoldered and did a slow smoke, but
Oh,
it gives
okay.
a blast of smoke.
oh, nice. Okay.
So that could be a fun effect to stick in there. They're
Okay.
not that expensive, and they are tiny, and you can get small ones. So just if you need to do a fake something smoldering, smoke
Okay.
pencils
Smoke pencils is the answer.
is a good thing to look at. They are on Amazon. They
Okay.
are available at car parts stores, auto parts stores.
Right.
But-
And it's for the exhaust and air conditioning, right? For finding leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Neat.
So, just if I think it might, because those things are tiny enough, you could probably fit in
Right.
here, and we could direct the smoke.
Well,
with
the thing that I like
lasers.
is this is connected to the backpack, so we can put like batteries and other things into the backpack and then just run them through the cord. Because I'm not afraid of getting a multi-DIN, like those multi-pin
Yeah.
cords that connect for multiple things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying that could be a fun effect.
Okay.
Not out of the realm of possibility. Make it a green laser light or a green backup LED light, so it
Yeah.
looks like we're sucking up ghosts. I don't know.
That'd be great. My favorite one I heard about, I didn't see, was at a haunted house where they had a couple of Ghostbusters come out.
Uh-huh.
And they had their full gear on, and they'd run up against the wall. So there was a wall set up, and they'd hold it up with a whole bunch of EL wire put into the wall. So they'd turn it on, and had the effect come out that was actually attached to the wall. And they just kind of pretend with it, and it was animated to run back and forth. And from the from the
Yeah.
6-8 feet away from the audience's point of view, it looked great.
Right? Hey, for the camera angles.
Yep.
I've worked with those my entire career. Camera angles, no one's going to see that.
That's right. Build something for the camera. Build something for... You're going to be on stage. Build it for the audience.
Yep. So, we get to think about bells and whistles, and I'm getting excited about them, especially with the tiny technology we have these days. You can make little tiny LED lights, and then you can diffuse them and then shine it through smoke screens that all fit in a wand, hopefully.
Oh, yes.
I had other grand schemes that we're not going to talk about right now. But
Right. We had some other big plans for... It was actually a really good plan, and still kind of could work, but probably not.
I like the idea of using smoke. Would we get in trouble for a smoke at a con?
Only if you use it inside.
Only if using it inside. That's a good point. Well, yeah.
And because I've seen a lot of Ghostbusters packs with smoke effects. There was one guy that I saw in a con. I don't remember which one now. But his Proton Pack had a vape pen in it, basically. And he would let it go into overpower, overdrive, basically overload and shut down. It had all the sound effects to do that. And when it finally shut down, it had a couple of strobe lights, it made a crashing noise, and it belched out marshmallow flavored smoke. Yeah. So.
Oh, reminds me of Phil.
Yes, it does. That's very much Phil.
Ah.
Phil was the behind-the-scenes cameraman at Smosh who enjoyed his vape pen everywhere.
He always smelled like a cotton candy cloud.
Yes.
Phil must be nearby. Smile, because this is
Smiles.
probably going to be on the BTS.
That's right. Yeah, it was at that magical time when you'd have a vape pen and it'd be a vape cloud. That was Phil.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In all reality, I think a smoke pencil's easier to figure out than a vape pen for profit.
Yeah.
You get a better cloud.
You do.
Yes.
You do. And it's made to do it as opposed to a vape pen which is made to puff and be done. I was trying to make a arcane prop using a vape pen, and it burnt out because it was just on too much.
Yeah, no, that's why I use the tool that it's meant for. Yeah, the right tool for the job makes it easier. And when I discovered that, thank you, Julia, if you ever see this.
Right.
But she's the one who was like, smoke pencil.
Okay.
So I will spread the knowledge. Smoke pencils. If you need portable smoke.
Smoke pencil.
Smoke pencil. But that would be a fun one to try and see if I could stick in there. They're not that bad.
Okay.
But a vape pen is technically tinier, but it'll get burnt out because those.
Yeah, you totally will.
Yeah.
You can blast it.
Yeah.
That's it. So,
Yeah. No. The pencils are meant to go through the system, so they give you a nice good.
Yeah, and they actually run so you can diagnose it. No, we can look into that. Find me a link. Send me a link.
I wonder if the place next door, the discount auto parts store, would have any.
Oh, they could.
I don't know. I'm just saying, there's a parts store right there. They might.
There is. They don't carry spray paint, unfortunately. So
No, they don't. Right? They have like motor oil when I need it.
Yeah, they have the stuff I need for my car. Every time I needed a part for my truck, I was able to get it there, but they don't carry paint.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. I skipped a bunch of comments. Sorry, people.
You still on live? Okay.
Yes, we are on live chat, so I'm actually seeing everybody's comments.
Oh, good. I had no idea about this live chat, top chat thing. That's totally new to me. Yeah, did it finally? Oh no, I did it. Finally, I got through it. And that's why, kids, you leave it long so you can actually hold on to it. Now I can do the other one, hopefully in less time.
The Adventures of Alex Stoner, Odin and Felicia. Just to let you guys know, I'm making a new costume from DC Comics called Cyborg.
Oh, Cyborg, nice.
Nice.
People would think he's Hellboy, but one DC character that'd be fun to cosplay is Demon. He's an old Elseworlds Vertigo comic. He kind of has he's got batwing, fish pectoral fin ears and big red eyes. But yeah, he was a demon, but he was kind of a hero. And he was literally a demon. But
You
it was
like
interesting.
monsters, don't you?
Yeah, I do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I like monsters.
Bulletproof Kevlar says, I made a Pai Shao board, speaking of Avatar, all using what I learned from you and with EVA foam.
Oh, nice.
Pai Shao, nice. Did you make a lotus piece?
I know what a lotus is.
It's just...
It's a car.
Oh.
No, it's a flower.
It's a secret society. No.
It's a secret society.
Let's see. Nimblues, how about making a Darth Vader helmet?
Yeah,
How many
that's
times have you been
doable.
asked for that one?
A few times. The secret behind the scenes, don't tell anyone thing is don't drop stuff off with the microphone running. The very first, when I made the heavy Mandalorian helmet for the first season of Mandalorian, I actually got the dome pattern, because I didn't show this in the video. I got the dome pattern for the top of the dome from an old Don Post Darth Vader mask. I pulled a pattern off of that and then elongated it a little bit. So that's how I got my first dome piece, because really the Star Wars helmets all have kind of the same dome part. From here up, most of them are the same.
Nice.
Not all of them, but most.
I went to a party dressed as Darth Vader once.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I went there with Cookie Monster.
Okay.
People opened the door and was like, Darth Vader and Cookie... The tiniest Darth Vader and Cookie Monster over here.
That's a big Cookie Monster.
Yeah. Yeah. I made that whole outfit because I couldn't find the... Like, I could find the hat, but the costume parts that we had at the costume shop were all way too big for me. So I ended up making my own, but it was pretty legit.
I know Lee doesn't have one because Lee's got Muppets of Muppet Show Muppets, not Sesame Street Muppets. But all of a sudden, this idea comes to mind of taking the scenes from Return of the Jedi when Luke Skywalker falls into the Rancor pit, and then remake or blue screen in or green screen Cookie Monster, right? So sort of like my Cookie Kaiju, but it's just this got cookies, and and here's Luke trying to fight off Cookie Monster. Anyway.
I was imagining Cookie Monster as the big hole that they tried to drop.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Cookie!
Oh, God, make that Elmo. Make this start like Elmo.
Oh, that's scarier.
Elmo, snacks! All my After Effects friends, go for it. Send me a GIF.
Kevin Meeker 4L says, hello, Odin and Felicia. Are you planning on reopening your Etsy shop? My Odin Makes sticker is getting pretty beat up and would be nice to get a new one eventually.
I would like to open up my Etsy shop. Not really prepared to do it at the moment. However, please check out odinmakes.com. If they're not there, drop in a request and we'll make sure to get a sticker out to you.
There you go. Stephen Hall saying hi, y'all.
Hello, Stephen Hall.
Bernie Davis is here saying hi, Odin and Felicia. I would love to stay and watch the stream, but I have to go to work. I'll watch Pay Black later. So in the Pay Black, hi.
Yep.
Hi, Bernie Davis.
I can just lay down here.
Dan does Junks saying that he thought smoke elements aren't allowed at cons.
They're not. They're not. Because fire alarms can't tell the difference between actual like emergency smoke and pretend having fun smoke. So no, they're not. And I have been in a SAC anime in the rain in the winter when a vape pen of someone just literally vaping set off the smoke alarm. So the entire convention had to go outside for 15 minutes while the fire department checked the entire con floor. Then we could come back in. And it took longer than 15 minutes because not everybody left. And then once we were outside, it took a little bit of time for everyone to get told we could come back in. So one person smoking a vape pen got people wet for up to 45 minutes.
So maybe we shouldn't put a smoke device.
No,
in
well,
here. We'll see.
It is a bad planet cons. Not
Planet
gonna lie.
Okay, and if you want to take these two cons, maybe it shouldn't have such a dangerous element. Mwahaha. Oh, we got a $5 super chat from Chase Hokill.
Oh wow.
He's working on making a light box dice tower for D&D. Any tips for diffusing an LED or perhaps how to solder in series? Didn't we do that? Solder them? The things in the series and the lights in there? Because we had like 4 of them.
It's like I can solder things, but I'm at this point, having met people that are much better at it than I am, I'm afraid to give
out loud advice.
Yeah, it's like that was wrong. So diffusing a You don't have a whole lot of time. Okay, so one thing that works well for diffusing in a small area is the polyfill, the polyester batting you use for stuffed animals you get from the craft store, from the fabric store.
Question, what are you diffusing, how and why? Because milk cartons are great.
Milk cartons are great. I imagine if he's got a lit... So the first thing that comes to mind if it's a lit dice tower is like Dragon Eyes or something that's on the dice tower.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's inside, so when it falls to the bottom, it's lit and you can see it better.
Yeah.
But... yeah, milk carton. The milk carton plastic is really good and easy. The
silk
batting,
fabrics.
a couple layers of dryer. You know the dryer sheets for static cling that can work for a diffuser.
Plastic bags.
Yep.
White plastic bags.
A piece of plastic sprayed with either frost or a matte sealer can diffuse it a little bit. It gives a light diffusion. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, there were vending machines at grocery stores where you put a coin in and you turn the crank and it would spit out a little bubble capsule with a toy or some other darn thing inside of it. I don't know how many other things, those things I bought for the capsule. Like I'd buy it and leave the toy on top and walk away. Because some of those capsules are diffused.
Yeah.
And it would fit right over an LED and make like a little diffused housing. Yeah. But you have to luck out and find the right one.
Yeah, so a milky plastic or fabric. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things.
There's lots of weird ways to do it. Depends on the situation.
Any of that help?
I want to see a picture. I could tell you a million other ways to do it wrong.
Oh yeah, you should have done it like...
Right? We got Delaware Mario saying, "Hi, I'm a new sub. I get engaged with your makings with the Samaritan,
Oh, nice.
the Ash Gauntlet, and the Chainsaw. Keep doing great work, Odin. Huge fan of
Thank you.
Dominican Republic here." Oh, nice. And then we got H3LDR. "I'm from Brazil, and I've made some of your pieces. It helped a lot in my cosplay." That's awesome.
That is awesome. H3LDR, nice.
H3LDR. Tad Safe Soul saying, "Could you make a Rocketeer?" What are you looking for? Are you looking for that piece that we...
I'm looking for that piece. I'm also looking for some 10 millimeter EVA foam tube and just... I'm not going to find it during the
Yeah,
stream.
it's okay. We'll do something else. We can move on to a different part of this because we need a couple of these anyways. Ad Vixen saying, "The Lotus is the secret aid to the Avatar until they stopped being secret and wasn't as helpful." Awkward.
Awkward.
Got Strictly Games here going, "How's everyone doing?"
Hello, Strict.
And Lone Bama Guy wondering, "Are you planning to get back to weekly projects? I really miss the builds from you." Eventually.
Yeah, no, that's a really fair question. Yeah, am I planning? Yes, I really want to do it. I was just talking about how it feels like at this point in time I haven't had time to do it. Like I've tried to plan on having time to do, and it just hasn't been happening. And it's not. Yeah, I want to. Absolutely want to. I don't have a better way to put it.
The desire is there.
The desire is absolutely there.
The ability has not necessarily been...
The time has not been favorable.
Yes. Edward Addington says, "There's a new Super Mario movie. You should make something from it." That movie was great and I absolutely loved it.
I need to see it. I want to see it. Probably will this Tuesday.
Yes. Yes.
Just finally saw the D&D movie last Tuesday.
Oh, was that any good?
I absolutely loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I have
great.
not seen that yet.
It was great. It was yeah. Mm-hmm. They kind of did it right. They a lot of the basic D&D stuff you needed to have, they did kind of right. But the big thing, I really got the idea that your main characters were player characters who were in this thing and kind of having fun. Like, you know, they were taking it seriously, but not. And then everyone else who wasn't a player character was an NPC, deadpan. And it really worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, they did it well.
Yes, they did.
Okay, we'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, Super Mario movie, that was great. I absolutely loved it. But you have to see it and then see if you're inspired.
Yes.
Zeta Prime Review says, what up, Odin?
Hello, Zeta Prime.
Richard Stroh is here. Hey guys, it's been a while. How's Captain Hook's hat? Also, any plans on any more Adventure Time props like Ice King's crown or one of the Finn's swords?
Not gonna lie, Richard, I just came across the feathers again 2 days ago and went, oh, look at the Captain Hook feathers. I'm glad they're still safe.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Do you want to make the Captain Hook hat when this stuff's done?
we can't.
Okay.
Yeah. Either that or the pink Power Rangers hat.
Then that could be good too. Hat?
Head, helmet.
Head.
Because I have all the rest of the stuff. I just haven't gotten that part. And anyways.
I just got super confused. It's like, Power Ranger, Pink Power Ranger's got a hat?
Head. Yeah, hat. Head. You know, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yes, that's right.
I start the head. But you got it. You figured it out. You decoded. We got Wolf Rider saying hello from Missouri. I'm glad I get to watch this stream. Well, welcome.
Hello, Wolf Rider. I'm glad you get to see it too.
Francisco Silva saying, any of you guys familiar with APA 102 LED strips? They are small enough for a PKE shocker blue toy from Hasbro.
Maybe. Are these those flexible LED strips, kind of like the filaments that are inside of light bulbs that come in varying voltages? Because guy made the Halo armor. He's Sinister Props. Gave me some testers like a year ago, and they're really cool.
Okay.
So yeah, no, they're cool, but they're kind of wiggly. They're about the size of a ramen noodle, and the whole thing just lights up. It's really cool.
Oh. I like that. Bulletproof Kevlar, weird thought. What do you think of Black 3.0 or Mizu Black? Do you think it would be good for making a 2D cosplay effect? Are they talking about the Phantom Black or the really black?
Yes, but not the Vanta Black specifically, because Vanta Black takes a process. So the Black 3.0 is a paint. I've used it. The only time I've used Black 3.0 was on the Black Panther Wakanda face mask that I made that was just a partial mask, in order to get different levels of black on it. It is really hard to brush on. You need to spray on the Black 3.0. So if you can spray it on, you'll get a great finish. And yeah, it is super dark black, but it's not tough. So if you're going to be spraying a bodysuit with it, probably not, because it's going to flake.
Probably go better with a flocked black at that point.
So question for you.
What?
If I had spandex, any color, white, and then I loaded dye into an airbrush, can I airbrush dye directly to spandex and have it work?
You'd have to do a test section, but I have spray painted spandex.
Okay.
You saw the outlines in the back of the Smosh?
Yes.
Those were me spray painting morph suits that were spandex.
Oh, okay.
And not putting down cardboard like an idiot, and then we used those for body outlines.
For body outlines, okay.
In multiple sets, but that was me spraying Molester Moon's bodysuit and to get that texture of the gray for the thing.
The gray and the silver, okay.
And it surprisingly
it held up?
spray paints well, but with latex and spandex, it deteriorates in sunshine.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a rubber.
Right.
And so washing it in general and being out in sunshine is probably going to deteriorate it more than the actual spray paint. It does change the texture a bit, but it spray paints fairly well.
Okay,
like,
so
I don't hate.
it would work like for a con or two, and then you're just doing it again.
Not necessarily doing it again, because we washed that molester costume.
Oh, wow. Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm sure Lee appreciated that.
Yeah, no, we washed it. It didn't come out. It was spray painted. It was definitely damaged. Like the fabric was that.
Right.
I wouldn't do heavy washing, but it was surprising. Like, what color are you trying to do and what effects? That's the question. But fabric sprays easily.
What are your colors and what are you trying to do? Sorry.
Yeah. But I really like painted spandex, or when they print it on, when they give the abs or the muscles built in. I feel like those effects are amazing, and you can get that with an airbrush while you have somebody wearing the latex, wearing the suit. not directly over their skin. I'd put like probably
Yeah, you want to have a painter's suit or some sort of a
some layers going.
Some layer, maybe not
something to
painter's suit, but
sacrifice, but
cheap T-shirts and pajamas. Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, I like the airbrush look, and they have a lot of paints that are fabric friendly. So if you go for a fabric friendly paint, you're gonna have an easier time. But I have just brute force spray painted, and it's turned out great. So
a recent thing came up asking about there's companies that will print onto spandex for you, and then you sew your own suit.
Magic Spoon is one of those.
Oh, Magic Spoon. Okay,
you can
good.
get custom printed fabric in general. You could send them, and they'll print it out in small batches or large batches.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if you want, yes, that is a thing.
Now, I knew that was a thing. I was just trying to remember who did it. And so Magic Spoon.
Not Magic Spoon. That's a cereal. It's like not Silver Spoon. It's something.
That's the old show.
Not Flower Spoon. What is? It's something. There, I will find it for you, but I will send that to you. But there is a company that does do it in small scale. That
In small batches and
small
scale,
batches. Like you can get a scarf of, and then you can also pick the different fabrics, cotton, silks, and spandex and stuff like that. So yes, it does exist. No, I forgot what the company's called. There's Spoon in their name somewhere.
Something Spoon. I'm going to step outside
yeah.
and leave you all alone with these fine people, and I'm going to
great.
spray paint the parts so we can glue them on and then start to do the weld effect to
Just
it.
this parts?
Just these parts, yeah.
Oh, okay, not these parts.
No.
Okay, cool.
All right?
All right.
And then we'll get to see how quickly this stuff dries.
Fast enough. Let me see. What are you guys saying? Marcus Schoonmaker, guess you guys haven't watched it yet. Season 3 of Star Trek Picard. No, have not yet. I feel like you have to sit down and actually binge that. Francisco Silva, yes, for LEDs. Ben Eady did it on his. So, yes, we are going to do LEDs, and I'm excited about doing that. But I've been told soldering's boring, but I got excited about it. Richard Stroh, my next prop is remaking my Jafar staff. I want to make it taller and stronger. That's awesome. I have a lamp, the genie lamp, and I absolutely love it. I found it. It was like a toothbrush holder. Anyways, that's awesome. You should make the eyes glow. Maybe stick a smoke pencil in there. And Bad Wolf Custom Airbrushing and Decals. Hi all. Had to laugh. Thought you were drinking peanut butter for a second, Felicia. No, this is not peanut butter. But if peanut butter with this liquid, maybe it might be delicious. Francisco Silva. Here's an idea for molding. I found out baking soda and super glue makes a great making technique. I have played with that. That does make a surprisingly good little plastic. But it's also got all over my fingers and made a nice big mess. But yes. In certain situations, that is a good thing to have. Let me see. Ad Vixen. Maybe get some Bethesda money and make a cute chibi BFG for the Mighty Doom app since they've been advertising on the phone like crazy. Richard Stroh, let the light of Odin and Felicia's channels never be snuffed. Oh, thank you. Walker Industry, message redacted. Oh. Wolf Rider, have you thought of doing anything Lego again? Cool idea would make a helmet, but have it look like it's made out of Lego pieces. He did make a Lego helmet. He did Batman Lego, so that's a helmet and shoulder piece. Eventually he's getting back to Lego. He still has his Lego scale, and we have talked multiple conversations of what a Odin scale minifig would be, and we're kind of thinking it would be around this size. We've talked about it, but eventually. Danda's junk soldering with a butane solder is fun because it's pretty much a small torch, but yeah, fire. Yes, fire would make soldering way more interesting. I agree with that. Zeta Prime reviews. Will you guys ever do any more Transformer stuff or possibly a Tenki night? I'll have to ask Odin if that's on his register. We haven't thought past this project, honestly, because it's been like a whole year of working on this project. Marry a Shoemaker, you should, because it's one big nostalgia trip, and the story is great. I agree. Transformers is awesome. But I think the Bumblebee kind of... Anyways. The Real Monkey, I'm figuring out the wings for my Epion cosplay today. Is that how you say it?
Epion or EP or...
E-P-Y-O-N.
Yeah, Epion. That's
Epion? Okay.
That's the Psychic Eevee, right? No, Epion, I said that last time. Epion is the... All right, Dan, is this the Psychic Eevee or is this the Gundam?
It's the Real Monkey.
Oh, okay.
Zeta Prime Reviews wants to know if you're going to do any more Transformer stuff.
Yeah, with the new Transformers movie coming out, I have a lot of interest in new Transformers stuff.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
I was trying to answer as many as I knew, but I was like, that one's...
That one's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in the new movie.
Yes. We have DJ Stumpy saying, hello.
Hello?
And Richard Stroh, I was actually thinking about making smoke come out of its mouth, but I couldn't find anyone to make a good model in my budget. For I'm going with the stuff that he uses to put the Sultan in a trance.
Oh, Jafar staff. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I asked him what the bells and whistles, if he was going to make it smoke or the eyes light up, or because it's a simple. If he's revisiting it, redoing it, and upgrading it.
Yeah.
Those are like the bells and whistles. I'm like, ooh, are you going to do anything fun?
Cool.
Anyway, so sounds like it. We have Hammer TB guitar. Says, I've been watching you guys for years. Keep up the streams.
Thank you very much.
It's been years.
It has been years. We've been streaming for a long time. To a point that I've kind of forgot. I have to go back and look. But was it Halloween with the first stream? Or was that like, that was a second or third stream?
No, the first stream started because I was getting all antsy during the lockdown.
It was during the lockdown, okay.
And I worked on my project.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we should live stream.
Right. Yep.
And then we ended up making the face masks because...
Yeah, we made... Okay, I remember that.
Because that was a whole thing. Remember face masks, people? Where we were making them so terribly, but then figured them out just in time for them not... Anyways.
Right.
But yeah, they started during...
Okay.
That's when we started live streaming because I did my
about
weird
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 years.
Yeah, right?
3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, 2020.
Because, yeah, we
Or
did...
2022.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so... Dang! Well, thank you guys for joining us for all this time. I think that's pretty awesome.
It is very awesome.
But yeah, we did a few of the face mask ones, and then we did the Halloween one, and then we started doing projects after that.
Yeah.
Because it was just like a one-time thing with the face masks, and then we did the...
Yeah, it was. And I did an incredibly boring live stream where I actually just got stuff done working on the legs for the Gundam.
Yeah.
So that would have been, early 2020 or something, because the Gundam got finished.
Because then I helped you with the imposters.
You helped me with the imposters, yeah.
Yeah. And then we started live streaming after that.
Among Us. Yeah.
Among Us. Sorry, I'm like, the sussy thing.
Yep, the sussy thing. That was live streaming as well.
We didn't live stream that.
No, but that wasn't 19, was it?
I did a project with you.
No, we were in masks when we were wearing that.
Yeah.
So that had to be 2020, yeah.
I had the time and availability in 2020. Before that...
You did not.
Yes. So that is when we started. So it's been since the panorama.
Okay.
So that... And it is what it is. So.
Hello, friends. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you.
In the center. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, so one of the things I really like about the vinyl spray as well is how quickly it dries. This has been my complaint. This is why I feel spoiled and why I complain about Rust-Oleum is this, I just spray painted outside, and that's 2 coats.
I smell it still, but it's...
Yeah, but you can touch it and you're not leaving fingerprints. Yeah, Rust-Oleum, I would still have the rest of the extended version of Lord of the Rings to watch before I could touch it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I've sprayed paint so many things out there, more than you.
Yes, honestly. All right, fine.
You can't deny that.
Nope, that's fine. I won't.
Yes, lots and lots of spray painting, and
Yes, lots
very
and lots of
specific
various
Rust-Oleum
weird
colors.
things. Yes, you have. Thank you, Gonzo. But yeah.
Yes, no, I feel your plight. So yes, I appreciate the drying time.
Yes.
Marvel Guy saying, howdy y'all doing? Odin and Felicia? I can say my own name.
Sometimes.
Can butcher it too, just like everyone else.
Saw a license plate yesterday that just said yeesh. It's like, that's close.
I would totally get yeesh on my license plate if I had extra money every time I paid my
You had a
registration.
car.
No, I do have
Right,
a
no,
car.
no, you do. I'm being mean.
I am so behind on comments. Oh well. Advix is saying, if you got a gorilla costume, you can make it into Optimus Primal from the movie. Just a thought.
I have effectively made a gorilla costume before. I made a Mugatu in one night from Star Trek, which is effectively a white gorilla with horns and fangs. But yeah, I did that from scratch. That's when I found out it took 2 yards to do the most basic gorilla costume. Yeah, which is a tube with legs and then leftover parts you turn into arms.
Yeah, no, I've made so many of those costumes at the costume shop. Monkeys, was it like a standard thing we'd rent out?
Yeah.
People like those for pranks and stuff.
Seems like being a monkey.
Yeah, monkey is a great go-to Halloween costume too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, I hate synthetic fur. It gets everywhere. Like, I love it and I will use it, but
No.
I'm like just thinking about it, I feel like it's up my nose.
So, question on synthetic fur for everyone who hasn't worked with it before. Say you want to work with synthetic fur. Do you go at it with a really good pair of scissors, or do you cut it with a razor knife?
You can use scissors if you're only cutting the backing.
Okay.
So it's not a poke out of the thing. Yes, a razor knife is
Okay.
going to do a great job and probably be the better tool, but you have to only cut the backing and not the actual hair itself. Don't just chomp it.
Right. You don't want to give it a haircut.
Yeah, don't want to cut it at the seams. You want to just only cut the backing. Ricky White says, hi guys, I'm sitting outside the grocery store while my wife is shopping.
Well, hello, Ricky White. And
Hello.
when she comes back, hello, Mrs. White.
Right. Gonna load them all in the car for her. Carlos Perez says, everyone like the video and for them makes this video. There's a severed hand in there.
Offer the severed hand for the video. Yes,
Yes,
please.
offer up the severed hand of like to the video if you enjoy these streams. Hey, you're clicking stuff.
Sorry, is that what's happening over there?
Yeah, I'm out of this. There we go. I'm gonna click over here. Now I can see the things.
Sorry.
No worries. I just thought it was funny. Going,
It was.
Things are moving. Austin Lips, you got an orange envelope. If yes, then it has 2 trees. I made you both. Hope you like it.
Austin Lips, I just picked that envelope because at 1 o'clock we've got viewer mail to open up.
Nice. So yes, there you go.
1 o'clock our time. That's about 5 minutes.
Danda's Junk says, I love the vinyl spray paint. Brad Kaufman just stopping in to say hi at work making pizzas.
Nice.
Advixen. Oh, wait. Where am I? Things moved. Oh, well. Francisco Silva, not Montu from Zoolander. He invented the piano necktie, damn it.
The
love the
Mugatu,
piano.
yes.
Mugatu.
Same name, but yeah, Mugatu to me, Mugatu is the white ape from the original series of Star Trek in the 1960s. But
You can make him wearing the Mugatu.
I could. You could make Mugatu wearing a Mugatu piano tie. That's
I
true.
think the piano tie is a genius.
With
use.
curly hair. Because Mugatu had like crappy Mozart hair, but it wasn't white. It was this blonde hair with this curly. What is the best way
it's
to
a
describe
mullet.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, curly mullet.
Curly mullet. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curly
Great
mullet, screaming white ape with a piano tie. No one would get it. It'd be great. Actually, people would get it, but
Right? They probably recognize the tie and then go, oh,
it's Mugatu. It would totally be a Dragon Con costume. Yeah.
there you go. Lone Bam Guy says, did you ever get your computer fixed, Felicia? I have been streaming, honestly. I haven't edited things, but I have my computer up and running, and I have been streaming.
Edited.
No, I haven't. I haven't edited shit.
But yes, you got your computer working, which means that you can, we can all tune into one of your live streams and talk to you. And the best part is you don't have a scheduled live stream.
No.
So friends from all over the planet can tune in at different times.
Yeah, I've been trying to do more no, I haven't. But I have been going live when I've been working on this crazy dress, that project that I've been working on. And I've been sharing the building process of that. Yeah, so I have been doing lives. No, I have not been doing fully edited content. Working on it, getting there.
That's okay, neither have I.
Right?
Yeah.
But thank you for asking. Sidefox wants to build Odin in Minecraft.
I'm sure Sidefox can do that. We also talked about doing Mechagodzilla.
Francisco Silver, here's something since I went to TJ yesterday. Would you ever cosplay abroad, and would props be kosher?
Yes, I would have no problem cosplaying while traveling, and I don't see why props wouldn't be. I've met some cosplayers, and I've had dinner with and hung out multiple times with cosplayers from Tijuana, and they always bring props and stuff that they brought. So yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Shouldn't be a big deal.
that would be fun.
She's not watching, but hello to Adventurer Aurora and her partner Angel.
Oh, Zeta Prime reviews. Mention to Odin about Tanky Nights.
Tanky Nights. Oh. No? Yes? No? 10. I might need a little more context.
Oh, he was asking if you do any props from Tanky Nights.
Tanky Nights. Huh. I apologize, I don't know it. Would I? Possibly. But I off the top, I'm not familiar at the moment, which makes it not as much immediate fun.
So, Dave's Dimension is wondering, one's front tube looks longer than the other. Is that on purpose?
Is that better?
Oh, these haven't been placed in, so if it's that piece you're talking about, that's what's going on. Are these the same size?
If you talk to it nice, it gets longer. Don't judge it. It's all in how you use it.
It's lying.
Yeah.
It's lying. Marvel Guy wants to know if you've ever seen any Batman movies.
Any?
Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck's Batman are returning for the new Flash movie coming this June.
Which I'm actually excited for, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any Batman movies I haven't seen. That's actually almost an easier question.
Right?
Yeah, I've even seen some... Look up Batman Dead End. You should be able to find that on YouTube still. That was a fan film made in the 90s where Batman's following... it's the 80s version of Batman, and he's following a comic book accurate Joker into an alley when they run into some extraterrestrial friends. And it's actually a really fun little short movie. And really well done.
So what are you doing now?
What I want to do now...
Do you want to go on camera 2?
2. Yeah, sure, 2's good. So this isn't a super close-up, but what I'm doing now is I've got that black piece that I painted, so it's ready to go. I've super glued it to the top of the wand, and I'm starting to take some EVA foam clay, and if you go over to 3...
Camera 3 and cut.
I'm starting to put it around the base of it to try and make it look like a weld line, kind of like we did on this side over here. So this is something that'll take a little while to do, and then it has to dry, but we've got that time. And by pre-painting it, which we didn't do here, this should be a little bit easier to deal with later on and down the road. But otherwise, it's also 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock. That means Austin Lips wants us to open up the package.
So we have viewer mail.
We have viewer mail. So something that was fun to do, Smosh used to do it. I remember seeing it on plenty of late night television shows. So it was kind of fun to try and do it here as much as I could, is open up viewer mail. If anybody wants to send anything to either myself or Felicia, there's a P.O. box address right in the description of this video. Feel free to send what you want over, and we'll open it up live on the air, and hopefully it won't be, something horrible. But I'm assuming not, because he's told us what it is a couple of times. But yeah, it says right here at the top, Austin Lips, and has his address, which I'm covering with my finger because I want to be nice. But he sent a manila envelope, which I have not opened. Oh, cool. It's even got our names on them. This is really cool.
I'm going to put this right here. Is that
Right
easy?
here on for camera 4.
3? Oh,
3. You can do 3 if you want. 3's close.
3's a really close up. Maybe camera 4 is better. We can put them down there and then they can
Yeah.
see. There you go. Look at you being an actual cameraman. So we have these lovely trees.
We have lovely trees, hand drawn for us by Austin Lips. This one says to Odin Makes from Austin Lips, and then this one's to Felicia from Austin Lips. And yeah, these are full. This is fantastic spring Easter trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Or Yggdrasil. It's the world tree from Valhalla, right? Anyway, no, maybe not.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Oh, thank you. This is cool.
Danda's Drunk says, wow, great job at Austin Lips. That one's
Very
mine.
cool. Yes, that's yours.
I'm taking the envelope.
Okay, you take it.
Where are you going to put it?
Yeah, where am I going to put it for a little bit?
You have a blank space on your wall right there with the light shining right on it.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And you have some painter's tape you could stick it up with.
It's almost like she's done set dressing before.
Might have once or twice.
Might have once or twice.
Yes. William Chadwick wants to know, why not do hot glue for the Weld look? We've talked about this before, but...
So that is absolutely the way that Chris does it from Lost Wax Oz.
And it works. And don't be afraid to do it if that's what you got.
We weren't being very successful with it. We tried, from what I remember.
It got gunky. We weren't very good at it.
We weren't very good at it. No.
And you also had this really cool stuff that just looked really pretty. What is this really cool stuff? It is foam
the EVA
clay.
foam clay? Yeah.
Yeah, the foam clay. He has like all this fancy stuff so we can use it. If I was doing this at home, I'd be using the hot glue method because that's what I have.
Right.
But since you have the good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, basically that's exactly it. I'm using materials that I have that I'm used to using, one that I can actually push around and kind of sculpt with. There's nothing wrong with hot glue. The other thing is the hot glue guns that we have are battery powered as opposed to plug-in, which is fantastic for almost everything except waiting for them to cool down to be able to fake a weld line.
The big ones, I've been using it a lot more lately.
Uh-huh.
It at the cool temperature would be fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I've been using it at the cooler temperature.
Okay.
I haven't even been turning it up to the full high heat.
Oh, neat.
That's been great. The only reason that I don't use it often is because the weight. It just...
Yeah.
the weight. But I do like it, and I have been using it. And at the lower temperature has been a good temperature. The little one, you kind of have to do it's hot, and then it's cooling off, and that's a little tricky to
Yeah,
judge.
you have a lot of time, right?
No, you had a lot of time, but it took a while to get heated up. It's just got to Goldilocks it, and you have to manually do it versus just setting it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Because you put it on its heating element, and it just gets hot. And then it is either hot or it's cold. There's in between. You just kind of use it, and eventually it's at the perfect consistency.
Goldilocks zone.
Goldilocks zone.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, for that particular job. If you don't see it, I love using the little one. It's way more maneuverable, and hot works for a long time until you have to put it back in to get it back to molting.
Yes, molten, whatever it is, smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, but But just it's not the worst. But
Okay.
I have been using the bigger hot glue gun at the low temperature, and it's been nice.
Okay.
So I haven't I use all my glue guns Ryobi gave me.
That's good. That's good.
I do like them very much.
Huge fan of the Ryobi tools.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ryobi, for all that you have done in the past, all that you may be doing in the future. Like I said, I get to talk to them this Wednesday, which is pretty exciting. I'm curious what they want to talk about.
Rotary cutter with the laser on it.
Rotary cutter with a laser sight. What?
And a self sharpener. I may know what.
Yeah, a self sharpener, right?
Yeah. Anyways. Can you just design me my dream
tools?
Dream tools?
That might be partly what they're calling for.
One can only hope. Zeta Prime Review says it's also Japanese, so it's pronounced Tenkai. Tenki?
Oh, okay.
So, Aaron...
Tenki Knights.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Aaron Miller says, apologies for being late. Looking good there, Odin and Felicia. Without the beard, you look 10 years younger.
Yeah, Felicia, without the beard, you look 10 years younger.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
you
you're
guys
welcome.
noticed. I shaved.
Yeah.
Mario Shoemaker says, all I can say is that you will love Star Trek Picard Season 3.
Awesome.
Richard Stroh says, we just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Letter.
Wonder whose it's from. Ace says, foam clay is the way to go for welds. Saves your fingers.
Yeah. From being burnt. Yeah.
Yeah, because I get a little impatient. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Yep.
Although what I have been using how you're using the back of that, I have been using the back of the Ryobi pens, the little metal ones,
Okay.
to poke my hot glue with, because the hot glue does not stick to them at all.
Okay.
That's probably the better shape, but I'm just saying that I have been using that for my poking at the hot glue.
Okay.
You know when you have to hold it instead of using my fingers?
Yeah.
I've been using the end of this, and it's great because it doesn't stick to it, it just pops right off.
Okay.
Stupid thing, but you know.
No,
Little
it's not
things-
stupid. It's, yeah.
Saves my fingers. I have some of my fingerprints left now. Great for crime. No.
Exactly. Time to go crack some safes. Hello, this is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and today... yeah, I'm Felicia. And today...
Do not burn your fingers off in hot glue. I'm just
Right.
saying. Save your fingers. Use the end of the pen.
Yeah.
But you know how you poke it at some things and it sticks to it and you're just like, ugh.
Yes.
Yeah, this didn't, and that was nice.
That is, yeah. You know, and if you...
Dan Does Joke says, my foam clay bucket says form clay.
Form clay?
Form clay.
Okay. There's a bunch. This one's FOMO. This one's from Cosplay Apprentice. I've got a little bit of SKS props clay left, and boy, I can't remember the one now. Almost have it. There was the first batch I bought from Australia from a EVA foam and cosplay supplier in Australia. I had it shipped all the way from there.
So it came from the land down under?
Yeah, it came from the land down under. It was all written up right, too. But I'm having a hard time remembering what it was called. One of you know who it is. Hopefully they're still around.
Yeah.
That was the first foam clay I heard of, and so I bought some.
Yeah. Dan Does Junk says it's the cheap one from Amazon.
Ah,
the
very good.
form clay.
Forms clay.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with it.
Marble Guy wants to know which April Fool's video would be your favorite from your channel.
The one with all the different puns. You know, Odin Wakes, Odin Breaks, Odin Lakes.
Yeah, that one was funny.
Yeah.
Zeta Prime Review says, you're still saying it wrong.
Of course I am.
You're welcome, I'm sorry. Yes, Richard Stroh. Hey Odin, can you make the Witchy Poo's wand or Freddy flute from
Would you put a Freddy
Puffin
fruit from...
stuff?
From what?
Puffin stuff?
Oh, HR Puffin stuff?
HR Puffin stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Huffin
'Cause
stuff.
that's funny, because Witchy Poo, first thing I thought of was the... Isn't that the Hanna-Barbera witch? Witchy Poo? I guess not. Maybe that is HR Puffin stuff.
Yeah, I've done that as a crazy 70s witch before for a Halloween party.
Well, that's a good choice.
Yeah. Even did the makeup.
Okay.
No, it was a fun party. I wore the brightest little dress. I love 70s fabrics. But is that on the radar of projects you're working on?
Witchy Poo? No.
No? Okay.
Nothing against Witchy Poo. No.
No. Looks like chewed up bubblegum, but it's the look.
It's the look, yeah. It's about as good as the other one, so
You
I'm not too worried
smooshed it
about
and
it.
smooshed it.
Smooshing it, swishing it. Basically, I'm using the round end of the screwdriver.
4?
3, probably.
3?
So what I'm trying to do is I'm using the round end of a, it's called a screwdriver, but it's actually a paintbrush. And I'm just kind of pushing the clay, and I'm pushing it towards the other end. So it kind of balls up a little bit. This isn't balling up very well. It's making more like teeth. But
Yes.
just trying to, there's that, it's like a beaded weld, and that's kind of what I'm trying to replicate a little bit. And, you know, it's going to be fine. So, not too worried about it. And yeah, totally with the hot glue that isn't totally hot, works really well for this because what you're doing the same thing, but you're pushing the molten hot glue around. And once you got it in place, it's actually made the bead, and you can move on to the next one without having to.
Sort of like when you're welding and
Go
you're
back and fix
melting it, and
Yeah.
then you're going through.
Well, welding is basically hot glue, but with metal.
So hot glue is completely
Yeah, no,
appropriate.
it totally is.
But it also burns my fingers, and we can take our time with this little clay. So
Yeah,
it is
basically.
what we got, and use what we like.
Mine is starting to look a little more like a bottle cap with that folds in a bottle cap than welds, but
Honestly, if you do something consistently, it turns into a pattern. You make that same mistake over and over again, it looks like texture.
yep, there you go.
So, I know, it's hard. I have to tell myself that because I get into the details and I go, but it looks like this, and just like keep making that mistake over and over again. It's okay.
So I sprayed it afterwards because with the foam clay, as the water evaporates, it's going to take some of the sharp edges off, which will help soften it up and get it to look a little more like this one does down here. So got the two pieces on. Kind of wish I'd painted this one black beforehand, but oh well, we can still paint this. We'll just have to tape off all this and spray it, get it close.
Is this going to be black?
Everything's going to be black.
So will this be black?
This will be black too.
And this will be black?
And this will be black. Everything's going to be black, and then
So
we'll work
what
on
do
it
you
from
have to
there.
tape off?
I'm worried about putting creature cast, which is a neoprene rubber, onto the PVC pipe because I don't think it'll stick.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I'm
It
like,
will
you're
stick
telling
and
me
it
something,
will
but I'm
dry,
missing
but I
it.
don't think it'll stick as well and wear as well as the spray paint does that's up here. So I want to put this spray paint on this pipe, but I didn't before we glued it and put all this detail on. So now we get to do it after the fact.
Right, we're trying to like make it as easy as possible, but
Pretty much.
we're working
And then-
around in circles.
All the switches are easy enough to tape over, and these are actually super glued in place. So I don't mind that the switches are here because we can undo some of the nuts and take some of the details off, and then just cover up the important part with tape. So that's not a big deal.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's one. I will keep an eye out for my box full of flashlight parts so I can get the knob that goes on top because yeah, he's right, that knurled knob off the end of the Harbor Freight flashlights is going to be about the perfect size.
And it's $1 if you can't find it.
And it's $1 or even free if I can get the coupons if I can't find it. Ready one? Take one.
And action. Pamputa Zone all in one says perfect. ... I don't know what in reference that is for, but
Thank you.
Perfect.
It is absolutely perfect. You're right. Whatever it may be.
out of context. But I will take it. Dan Does Junk says my Lego
Probably talking about you without a beard. Perfect.
Right.
Sorry.
Kind of grow it in. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Working on it. Maybe a whisker here too.
Maybe.
I am. Oh yeah, Dan Does Junk. My Lego walkie-talkie is almost assembled. I just need the aerial. Then I can eavesdrop on Odin's secret combos.
Sweet.
Did you make a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, I made a Lego walkie-talkie.
I was like, I think I've seen one before.
And my aerial was a 1/2-inch PVC pipe wrapped with 2mm foam.
Yes. Is there an easy place to find the scale of your Lego?
Oh, the video?
proportions? So any of your videos.
Pretty much. The scale of my Lego videos is the pip, the bump, the stud that goes on top of a Lego piece is 42mm in diameter, approximately. So that's actually a tiny bit under, if I remember right. But yeah.
So if you wanted to make it within the scale.
Yeah. See, we got Ben Edie's 3D printed one that was perfect. So Ben Edie's 3D printed one is, because here's one that isn't foam, that's rigid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is well, I got something. Oh, that's right, because it wasn't 42. The stud. I was so wrong. So the stud is actually going to be 57.5mm or 58mm. 42 was the is
The inner.
the rods, the lightsaber rod, the antenna rod,
The interior of this.
yeah, the interior of this is 42. Yep, with 6mm on the outside, so it's 58 or just under. Yeah.
So I hope that helps with the scale because
I hope that helps.
giant Lego sets.
Need to make more of these too. Because Those are fun. Those are usually quick. I'll make it not quick because I make everything complicated. But those are fun.
Right, try to.
A little too much glue. A little too much foam on here.
Too much foam? Is there such thing? Yes, there is.
Yeah, sometimes. I'm always sanding it off, so yeah, I think so.
Oh, there you go. If anyone is wondering, the scale is 12.92 to 1.
Oh, there you go.
And the real monkey, 42 is also the answer to the ultimate question. So.
Yes, it is.
42. Okay. Gotta smoosh it and smoosh it.
Smooshing in, yep.
I guess I could have been doing that one while you were doing that one.
That's
but
fine. You're interacting with all of our friends, which is really important.
Trying to. I'm doing a bad job at it.
No, you're fine. You're doing better than I am.
Alphin Studio says, say my name, River. Okay.
Alphin Studio?
There you go.
I think it's, is that River Song? Is this going to be a Doctor Who reference? I don't know.
Richard Stroh says, I actually had Witchy Poo hat made for my collection of witches' hats. I had my own designed one on top of the Wicked Witch of the West and Witchy Poo's hat, and her hat is outside by the pool hat.
Nice.
That'd be a fun pool hat.
Witchy Poo? Yeah.
No, like a big witch's hat. And I was just thinking, I need a
yeah.
good big pool hat. Like those
There you go.
giant ones.
Some sort of giant hat that...
Like I could completely hide and like be a mushroom.
Yeah. Keep
That's
your head
the
from
goal.
getting burnt.
My own personal shade.
You always swim at night.
Yeah.
Except it's cold.
Yeah. Actually...
It's that whole like...
It soaks up the heat all day so that by the nighttime it's not freezing.
Oh, okay.
So it's not the worst of the things. But yeah, I like giant sun hats. The more giant, the better.
Iron Giant.
Dan Does Junk says, funny thing, it's the first project I've had to use cat toys with. Did you put cat toys on yours?
Yes, because the top of the Ariel is a cat toy.
Because it's in scale?
Because it's, yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Look at you accomplishing stuff. It's getting quiet.
That's what happens when you work. That's why the Gundam Lake video was so boring, because I was just working, trying to get it done.
I realized that it takes me 10 times longer to do any project when I'm doing it live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because as soon as the cameras go off, the part that I was working on, 15 minutes, and I've done all of the things, exactly what I did on stream. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it really does. It's, yeah.
Where, although, if I'm crafting with friends, it doesn't take as long.
Well, it's different. You're not answering questions. You're not showing the camera what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by no way am I complaining about doing this stuff with you guys on video.
No, that's the whole point. You get to see how much labor goes into these projects. Yes, it's like a magic cooking show, and you pull the cake out of the oven, and it's perfect and frosted. How did that happen? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It just did.
It was magic. This is the magic. And magic's not pretty. It's a lot of the work. You have to smoosh it, and you have to poke it, and you have to cut it. Anyways.
Yep.
The ugly, nitty-gritty, drawn-out process of building a project. You know, the not fun stuff, but it's fun with you guys.
It is.
Thanks for joining us.
No, it really is.
Zeta Prime Reviews. I sent you guys an email via Gmail.
Oh, very good.
I
Thank you.
Have access, but
I will check that out. He was asking about the sticker, right?
I guess.
Yeah, so we'll make sure to get that out.
Ad Vixen, the Owl House show had a joke that the witch hat was just a dusty, bent traffic cone. Great. Bulletproof Kevlar says it was a perfect fit. The cat toys.
Not a joke that occurred to me during the shoot.
You could have made it.
Oh, totally. Might next time.
There you go. He's gonna steal it.
I'll probably forget when the time comes.
Yeah.
So, secret behind the scenes information that nobody wants to know here on the Odin Makes channel as Odin is making stuff. So much of it is on the fly. I forget what I've done before because I don't go back and check notes because I don't take notes. So, yeah, you'll see me do the same thing a couple different ways because I forget how I did it before. Yeah.
Don't worry, we're only live.
Yep.
We make these mistakes live. Speaking of which, I'm going to leave you for a second and I will
That's
be
fine.
right back.
Okay.
And they can watch
I'm
you
all
live.
alone. It's all right, I'm almost done. I'll be able to go back to directly interacting with fans. And okay, so this is actually not nearly as pretty as the other one. It's a little bumpier, but honestly, the foam clay seems to soften up a little bit when it dries. Probably because I'm spraying water on it. So I'm hoping that these slightly larger, slightly more pronounced weld marks will end up looking a bit better when they're all said and done. So what am I talking about? Well, I guess I could. You saw the last one, looks the same. We got to answer a little question. Ickle Toonies from DJ Stumpy. Chris R, thank you. Glad to see you're posting again. Hope all is well. Yeah, and Dad Does Junk is agreeing that when you're live streaming, you're not really in a go, go, go mode. You're not really in the idea of, I'm going to get this done. Yeah, we've, on the live stream so far today, we started 2 hours ago already. So in 2 hours, I cut 2 pieces of pipe, rounded them off to fit this curved piece, spray painted them, glued them in place with some foam inserts to help hold them in place, and then smashed foam clay around it. And as I'm looking at it, it's already softening up. That's good. It shouldn't have taken 2 hours, really. I mean, that's probably close to what it would have taken because I'm not running the show by myself, but still, it would have taken less time than 2 hours, I would think. It would certainly feel like it. Zeta Prime is reminding us that we sent me a Gmail. I will check that when the show is over. Ding, fries are done. Says, hi, Odin. I'm building a robotic arm with foam, and your previous gauntlet and glove videos have been very helpful. Awesome. You are very welcome. I'm already going hoarse. Let's see. Looking. Well, I don't get notifications for emails anymore for some reason. Gmail.
What you doing?
Sent us a Gmail, but I'm... Huh. Hasn't come through yet, but it will.
Eventually. It has to go to space first.
Yep, it does. So, I'll see it, I'm sure. And Joe Gillis sent me an essay on which microphone to look at, which is cool.
Sweet. You went to the right place.
I'm sure I will. Him or Ivan, that'd be the people I'd ask first.
Right? I'd go to Ivan, but...
Right.
Do I even have an up-to-date contact information?
For Ivan?
Yeah.
He's still got the same phone as far as I know.
Okay, cool. Then I do.
Is that a Prime message retracted? Yeah, well, I saw it. That's cool. I haven't seen the email yet, but I will. Ace says, with the clay and welds, after I shape them with a tool, I go back over with a really wet paintbrush to soften the harder edges. Yeah, that's I'm just spraying it and hoping that hoping it happens naturally.
Where are all your heaters? I see none of them.
I didn't hook any heaters up. I'm sorry, you're freezing.
Okay. It's fine. It's almost over. I'm just it's cold.
It is cold. I forgot. You gonna make it half an hour, or do we need to wrap up early?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I have my sweater on. I was just I was gonna click one on while I was moving around, but I'm like, I don't see a single heater, and normally there's 3. Are you going and grabbing a heater?
I see one.
You see one? I walked past there. I didn't see any heaters. I don't like being cold. It's a nice sunny day today, but this is like a refrigerator. It's a crypt in here. It's cold. It's very cold. And I will totally complain about that. Bulletproof Kevlar. Ever thought of doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume? Yes, we had a great one at the costume shop that got stolen. And we had good ones, and then we had a really crappy one. And that one got stolen too. Ooh.
Will that be okay?
That's a fancy heater. When'd you get that one?
About a month ago, or 2 months ago. Been a little bit. We had it hooked up Last time.
Is that why it was nice and toasty last time?
Yes, it is.
I was
that,
not freezing on the last one.
Earlier than the day of. I helped it to help let it
pre-warm up in here.
Up in here, yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, I wonder if there's nope, I can't find him. I didn't know you had this one.
Is it on? Is it automatically on, or do I have to flick a switch or something? As a tube.
And Odin Heats. So did your phone make noise or did
I
mine?
think so.
Okay.
I think mine made noise.
Yes. Papa Zone all in one. Dear sir, I request you make a Black Adam and Superman diorama.
I haven't made any dioramas yet.
Oh, it's so much warmer already.
Is it really?
Yes.
It finally lit up red. There it goes.
I felt that. I was like,
Toasty bum.
well, it's like my ankles.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But anyways, I will take the heat.
So apparently we haven't got the email yet. I'm looking and I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, go ahead and double check. Is that a? Or,
I just have a hair. No,
okay.
Sorry.
That we haven't seen it come through yet. Definitely watching for it though.
Okay.
This is Odin at OdinMakes.com. It's easy.
Yes.
It's not going to be any different on the Odin Makes website. Odin at OdinMakes.com.
Yes. And Dan does junk. I'm hoping to see if I can join you two on the next stream.
Sweet.
Then Load Icon. So is the next stream right before Load Icon?
It is. Actually, it's the weekend before Load Icon. No, the next stream is Load Icon. No, wait. Next stream is right after Load. No. Nah.
Because next week on Sunday I won't be here for sure.
Right, for sure. And next week is the last Sunday of this month.
No, is it? No, it's not. Is it? To the calendar.
To the calendar. Quick, to the back calendar.
Oh, I like this heater.
So currently it's the 16th. You're right, it's not. Next is the 23rd, and then it's the 30th. Wow, hello, voice.
Don't worry, we're just live.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I'm not sick. I just stressed my voice yesterday, screaming like a Klingon. So next stream is going to be April 30th, and that will be the Sunday before Load Icon, which means we won't miss a stream because of Load Icon.
Okay. You
So-
going to Load Icon this year?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, cool.
Would you like to go to Load Icon?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Well,
Not
here's
out of the realm of
here's a
possibilities.
warning. In 3 weeks,
3 weeks.
3 weeks, there's going to be a Sunday only con in Lodi called Load Icon. And yeah, if you wanted to go, I'm totally
What
happy
kind
to
of
take you.
con is it?
It's the last one we went to when everyone thought you were Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, the one at the Lodi the Grape Festival.
Okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah. we met the guy that plays all the protocol droids from the Mandalorian show.
Yeah, and his mom was really nice.
Yeah.
His parents were
His
like
parents
the
were
sweet.
super cool.
Like, they were like the most supportive parents I've ever met. I love them.
Right?
Can you be my mom and dad? No.
Right?
They're so proud of
Dad
him.
shows up wearing like a Lucasfilm shirt and all this swag, and the guy's totally low key. And I'm talking to him, and his dad lets me know, yeah, he does all the protocol droids in the Mandalorian show. It's like, okay, he's cool.
Well, still, they were cool people in general, so.
Yeah. And then let me double check. Shh. Yep, Lodicon on May 7th. Shotguns due on May 1st, Lodicon on May 7th. And we'll have a... what do you mean by shotguns due, Odin? Well, back up the stream and watch the beginning. So April 30th will be the next... yeah. Be great to see you, Dan. Hopefully my voice will be back by then.
Right? DJ Stumpy, is anybody from the UK going to be seeing Chuck Norris at London Comic Con? Apparently he's apparently it's his first UK convention.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember all the Chuck Norris jokes.
Yes.
When Chuck Norris does a push-up, he doesn't push up, he pushes the world down. Anyways, yeah. Oh my gosh, that goes way back to middle school. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get the email?
No, not yet. No email yet. Let me double check again. Refresh. Eleanor Fake Shotgun throwing you. I'm throwing you a challenge. Make something really complicated and I'll subscribe. So I can appreciate that that's a fun thing to say, but from a realistic point of view, challenging me to make, say, a full-scale battleship and then one person will subscribe, from my point of view, that's not worth the effort. Sorry. I don't mean to be a jerk, but that's a lot of effort for one subscriber when I could do something I'm interested in and probably get quite a few anyway. But anyway, I don't think that person's watching. If they are, I apologize, but that's a lot of effort for one subscriber.
What were they asking for?
I don't remember. I don't want to look it up because I don't want to out them too much. Somebody... Oh, Ford Edge. Okay. Trying to tell me how to fix a car they're having trouble with it. Just whatever.
They like their name, Snacks and Friends.
Ooh, Snacks and Friends.
Says, I love these streams. Great background when I'm tediously crafting, stitching a pink lady monster puppet's fur right now. Ooh, sounds like a fun project.
Nice.
Ooh.
Definitely like monster
Is
puppets.
there a Grease movie coming out? Because I've been seeing
Yes.
pink lady jackets like crazy, and Ruby's has been advertising theirs too. So
I think it's a series. I don't think it's a movie. I think Pink Ladies is coming out on Prime.
okay, so that's what the okay.
That's what it's all about.
It's
yeah.
just like I'm getting decades flashes. Like, why am I? Like, there's so many pink ladies everywhere. What is
So, for those of you who
Yeah.
don't know, Decades is the name of a costume shop that Felicia used to work with, not flashes from a movie that came out decades ago.
Yes, I used to work at a costume shop called Decades.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a roundabout way of how we met.
It is a roundabout way of how we met.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people through that costume shop.
I met a lot of people through the comic shop, so I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I used to work at a comic book shop way back when, yeah. I was on my way out of a comic shop when Jurassic Park came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I met Joe. Oh, I met so many people.
That's how we met everybody. It's through the comic shop,
Yeah.
through the costume shop.
Like the people you work with, Jeez Louise, my brain is farting.
KVIE.
Well, them too, but
Okay, not them.
you did the Viking helmet for them.
Yes. Trash Film Orgy.
There you go. That's
Yes.
the weird name that I couldn't
they're
bring.
fantastic people.
Yeah.
So Trash Film Orgy is a local group that originally started out doing, triple features at the local theater called the Colonial Theater, and they're all the trash films, the splatter films, the old 70s films. Not all of them, but that's the style from that time period, and the slasher films from the 80s. Well, they since went on to do zombie walks and orchestrating those, and now they're actually making their own movies. And
Lots of zombies came to the shop. Lots of these
Yeah.
random projects.
yeah,
They probably don't really know me because working at the costume shop, I always had a different hair color and a completely
Right.
different color costume on. So, a lot of people would reintroduce themselves to me, even though they were
Constantly.
I had regulars, but anyways. But those were the fun times. The movie
were fun times.
festivals, the zombie
Yeah.
festivals.
Right.
Yeah.
So the current one they're working on is called Grunk the Smasher, and we talked about it a stream or two ago. If you look it up, you can find some behind-the-scenes stuff. They've got an active Facebook page. Because it is a privately funded, personally funded movie that's heavy on effects, a lot of green screen stuff, and it's a fantasy, but anyway, it's a slow burn, but they're getting close to being done. So Grunk, Grunk, the Smasher. There's Badass Monster Killer was one of the ones they did, and then I can't remember the other one, something Beach or something. I can't remember.
Honestly, I don't really know.
Yeah.
They throw a hell of a party, though.
Yes, they do. Yeah, this is the third movie I think they're working on. So
Yeah, because I remember because of James, I got to
Right.
get into their little premiere things, and they have they had fun stuff like little arts and crafts and food.
Yeah.
Anyways, great people, random connections, but it's just
Right. And yeah, people that I also met, I think, initially at the comic shop. I think
yeah.
I knew Darren and
Yeah.
Christy from the comic shop. Yeah.
right. Robert Kraut, was gonna say no Ryobi heater, only to find out Ryobi actually has a heater.
They do actually have a heater. They've got a battery-operated generator, which sounds stupid, but
Right? I'm like,
Yeah.
how fast did that drain? It's a perpetual motion machine.
yeah, that's it. It's using the big 40 volt batteries. I think it takes 6 of them, and it spits out 110 for a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering how fast it would drain a battery.
I don't know.
'Cause
Probably
that's
pretty
just-
quick.
Like, I know I drain batteries on my glue gun, so I can
Right.
only imagine a big heating element.
It also might be an electrically started propane heater.
Okay.
So,
Who knows?
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't looked. But I know that when we lost our power in the high winds on the very first of the year, we had a friend, Treg the Viking, if he's watching, I don't know if he's watching, but Treg's the one that brought by a Ryobi generator, gas-powered one, and that totally saved the day. So thank you very much, Treg, if you're watching.
Nice.
And it was Ryobi. And I actually sent them a picture. I went, hey, Ryobi saves the day again. So they were happy too.
Oh, I've missed so many comments. I'm trying to, but Pam Puda Zone All in One says, Dear Sir, I love you so much.
Thank you,
How
Pam
you
Puda.
explain to the viewers' comments?
How I explain her?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
You, I think it's the interaction with the viewer
Actually.
comments. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, doing a live stream is all about the interaction with the viewers. Scripted and completed videos is about the build, but doing a live stream is about talking with you guys. And this took me a little while to figure out, and it's probably similar for you. For us, it's a lot like talking on the phone. You know, I'm reading your comments, but I'm answering your comments, and it's a lot like talking on a phone, and it's really cool that I'm talking to a party line across the globe.
That you get instant feedback.
Yeah.
Well, 30-second delay.
Yeah,
it has to go to space first.
Yeah.
But that delay.
It's
nice.
cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's really awesome.
Highly recommend.
DJ Stumpy says Paramount Plus Rise of the Pink Ladies or something like that. Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
Rise of the Pink Ladies.
And I've got Paramount Plus through my Amazon account, so that's why. Anyway, yeah. That makes
there
sense.
you go. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a little bored of their jackets. No,
I'm sure you are. You've done a few of them for your whole frickin' life.
like we've had different qualities of jackets, and
Right.
the ones that came out recently, they were a little plain for my.
If they're a pink satin jacket with an embroidery on the back.
They're not that satiny. They're not that the color. Anyways,
Okay.
they're not the worst. They're a little boring in the comparison of various ones they've had come out throughout the decades.
Okay.
That we had at the costume shop. And I was just like, these ones are little.
So we haven't gotten
Boring.
a chance to play with it yet, and this is the royal we, because I've like picked up the case and moved it once. Shop Gremlin just picked up a single thread baby lock embroidery machine with like large hoops, so we should be able to do big embroidery projects. I have no idea exactly. Well, one of the ones I saw was pretty good size, like it would.
Well,
do
I was wondering
the back of-
Ghostbuster patches was my question.
Possibly. That it comes back to effort versus just buying them.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the machine that they picked up.
Pattern versus it's something you can digitize yourself.
Right, but also it's only one color thread at a time.
That's not the worst
Okay.
because Ghostbusters is the big red circle.
Yeah, with yellow
So that's
ghost
a red.
and black, so there's like 3 colors at least in it.
That's not bad.
Okay.
A 3-color piece is not bad.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't played with it yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I want to make the name tags. That's what I want to do. But yeah.
Yeah, but I had a embroidery machine that it worked with all the different. It spoke all the different languages, so it wasn't like only a brother or only a singer.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this one.
And
I
it
think
had
it's
a
called.
digitizing software, but the thing is it only played on Windows 10 or soon. Like it didn't.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I had to have an old computer
Oh, okay.
in order to run it, and then
Oh,
the software didn't keep updated, and so it hit to a point where I couldn't use my machine because I couldn't connect the soft. You know, like.
Yeah, I do understand.
And so I had a giant brick of a sewing machine because that aspect of it just no longer worked.
Yeah.
But I spent not that much on that sewing
That's good.
machine, and I loved it. But that was my biggest gripe, is that although it was great when I first got it, by the time the technology, it's like printers. The software doesn't always.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And ViewScan. So VueScan, ViewScan. That is it's either it's a freeware or it's free to use, but I think it's a please donate if you can. What they do, or the guy does, is write simplified drivers for all sorts of scanners. So I've got some very old hardware scanners I can plug into my modern computer, and it still reads it and runs it just fine. And honestly, his simplified interface, this just is a flatbed scanner, right? But his simplified interface is easier to use than the ones that come with the scanners, which are full of bells and whistles and wildness. No, you want to do that? You got to go over to this window. And it's like, no, it's a button. So, no, I really appreciate it.
Honestly, I was thinking I have to go through and I have to scan on the thing. But my phone now,
I got some stuff I got to scan
I can
too.
take a picture.
Right.
And then I could just pull out.
Do optical character recognition and pull. Yes.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get it from my phone onto my. Anyways, from that.
Oh, okay.
Because if I don't have to plug in the scanner.
Yeah, then don't.
Then I won't. But I just have to figure out how to get that information too.
You should be able to in long press and copy the text, paste it into an online document of some sort.
There we go. That's a way. I just haven't thought the
Okay.
The modern problems require modern solutions. But yeah, because
Right.
there's a pattern that I definitely want to digitize, and
Okay.
Plugging in the scanner to use it has been one of my roadblocks of why I haven't continued on that project.
Gotcha.
Because if I could just get it into my thing, I could print it out at half scale, and then I'd have my half scale dress form. Anyways.
And scanning something that large with the phone would be a lot easier than bit by bit on a flatbed. You can only do
the pieces
so
are
big.
all only about this big.
Oh, that's
the
not a big
biggest,
deal. Okay, that'd work.
So they all fit on the scanner bed. So if I just
If you
came
just
over
bothered.
and used yours like I did last time, and
Yeah.
I'd be done.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I was thinking if we could just do.
Yeah.
Yeah, technology. Weirdest things that I get stuck up on because I'm like, I don't want to do this part of it.
Totally understand. Oh, I totally understand. No problem.
Oh, there we go. Advixen saying, Felicia, you should look into getting an emulator of Windows 95 for your previous tech. All you need to do is find someone who knows that bubble. Honestly, that sewing machine fell and it got broken because I was traveling with it with Smosh.
This is Sparta.
No, it really did.
Okay.
It got broken. They replaced. I got to buy a serger. I chose to buy a serger instead of a sewing machine with the budget to replace my sewing machine because, and
Not
so
a bad
I got
plan.
because I needed one.
Right.
at Smosh, and so they still have it, but it was like one of those things. Like I broke my sewing machine, and it led to me getting a serger.
Okay.
And a sewing machine.
And the sewing machine.
But
Nice.
now, like that's years and years ago, I now have the same sewing machine I used to have in college.
Okay.
That brother one.
Yes.
The one you use. Is
What
that
I've
thing
used.
the best? Cause
It is. I'm totally happy with that thing. It's so simple and workhorsey.
Yes, and it's like I don't have to fight with the sewing machine for 15 minutes before I even get to start my project, which is the worst.
Yes. And you definitely sold me on digital's great because you turn it off, turn it on again, and you're back to zero. I had a mechanical one that I preferred because I could really I gotta fight with it. And now I really fight with it because I didn't take care of it, didn't keep it, didn't maintain it. So yeah.
Well, I don't like it's all set to your hemming stitch because the last project you finally finished and it's that awkward stitch and you want to go start a new project and you're like, I have to figure out how to get it back to going straight and the right stitches per inch.
Yeah.
Just dialing it like you're tuning your TV. And,
Right.
I hate that. I hate it.
Yep.
I like a computerized machine so much. Anyways, I can go off on tangents, that's for sure.
Hey, this show is all about tangents.
So, did that part, but not the top knob.
So we held a short piece of 1-inch PVC, curves to match it, cut along the curve with a jeweler's saw. Actually did that. Then file it and shape it into the knob and sit vertically. I didn't file it, I sanded it brutally. Cut the PVC 1/2 inch for the shorter side of the curve, hold it in place in the gun box and mark the center. Okay, I didn't do that. Drill a hole in the gun box and mark your screw, glue a whole bunch of PVC, squeeze off the pipe. Let's easily break off. I shortcutted that. Unplug your glue gun and create a fake weld. I shortcutted that. Cut a 6mm wide piece of 1-inch PVC. So this is the part we're going to replace with the flashlight.
You can go like that and go flashlight.
Go outside, heat the ring, sand the sides of the ring to make them smooth. Press the ring on a 6mm foam.
And then glue
the
it on.
ring. Okay, so this is going to be flashlight. FLASHLIGHT. Alrighty, so that's the top knob with a flashlight. Boy, I could say those wrong and get in trouble.
Marvel Guy wants to know, he has a question.
Marvel Guy's got a question.
What are the different musics you use in your videos while you're narrating?
I do have some different ones that I use. I've got 6 or 7 tracks, including the very first track and the very last track that I purchased from a site years ago that had a perpetual license, right? So I paid for it to have a license in perpetuity that allowed me to use it with any project that I make in the future. They have since gone to a subscription model where you have to have an active subscription while you make the video in order to post the video and not have, but I still have my old license, and on occasion
grandfather
I
did?
need to submit this license to YouTube to say no, I've got permission, which makes it a pain in the butt. But I've got it, and that's my theme music, right? So I want to keep using it. I also made friends with a local musician who cut me 4 pieces of music that were custom just for me because he was doing that synthesizer style. And I actually really like what John Reed was his name. I really like what he made for me, and I need to get a hold of him again and see if I can't get some more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You also had somebody do your own Power Rangers song too.
I also had somebody do my own Power. Yeah, the Power Rangers song was totally new and yeah, which is really cool. We need to make more Power Rangers videos just to use that awesome song.
Right.
But I know a number of musicians, so if I can, I'm going to see if I can't get more custom music made. And I have interest in my opening music and my closing music getting a close sound alike, but I'm really stuck on those, so I don't think I'm
You
going to
like
let
the sound
those
and
two
they're
go.
branded, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think but everything else that I've got, I could let go and replace with more. I just need a few more tracks. So, what are they specifically? They don't really have. They have names. I don't remember what they're called, but I purchased them from a website called Storyblocks a long time ago. And then there's custom music you can't get anywhere else.
So
Yep.
there you go. Did you cross off everything?
This is the. This one's talking about the barrel, which I don't think we want to do yet. Install the barrel, you'll need the barrel, which is...
Yeah, but we want to do that
slide the
last.
barrel into the gun box, landing at the 52 millimeter mark with the edge of the gun box that faces your body, which is there. Glue it in place with the cutout in the instrument bar using super glue. Use hot glue to glue the pipe anywhere that comes in contact with parts of the gun box interior. Right, because you just glued the snot out of it.
To keep it in place.
Keep it in place. So yeah, this is definitely one of those. This is part
after
of the.
we paint it.
You know, I could see. Camera 4, please.
Camera 4.
So this is the inside of the gun box and the barrel. I could see cutting out a huge chunk of the.
To add more space in there.
Just to add more space to be able to get to the electronics, but still have this piece connected to this piece, so they still had a little bit of rigid, right? Yeah, I don't think we need to do it up here, but maybe same thing.
Depends on what we end up putting in here.
So I'm really pretty okay with not installing it yet, even though that's the step, because
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the electronics. I want to favor.
I want to paint it without masking as much as possible.
Yeah, there's that
and
too.
I want to not have to cut things once we need to put things inside. And so if we leave this whole piece off till after we're done painting,
Yeah, exactly.
we can at least
make our lives hopefully a little bit easier. So that's the step, but my interest is in holding off on that until we decide if we're going to cut these out or not.
Yeah. We'll have to decide our bells and whistles.
That really depends on, because there's a lot of wires that are going to go into making the digital readout here work, because it is an array, but it is an array of individual LEDs. So each one needs a positive and a negative, and we probably run a parallel line bus up to negative. That wouldn't matter so much as long as each one gets its positive and turns on. But probably, let me know if I'm wrong.
Right, you're afraid to say these things out loud.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know as well as I think I do. So, because I would love to get the programmable ones, like the strips, where you can actually they're individually indexed, and you can, through software, tell them to light up. But I haven't seen one that's got the segmented display just like what we want, where the LEDs are that close together. So,
What was that strip thing that we were sticking in there? I don't see it.
hopefully that's what I'm talking about. This is
Yeah,
a
that's
segmented
what I
display.
This thing right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Right here. This thing.
I just stuck my finger in the weld.
Oh.
Get rid of this. Get rid of this.
But this is what you're talking about, right?
That is totally what I'm talking about. Yeah. 3.
3?
So these are. It's called a segmented display. These are individual blue LEDs, and they all. So here's one on the side over here where you can see the individual legs. So one whole side is nothing. Too high. Sorry, guys. One whole side is nothing but negative leads. The other side is nothing but positive leads. So I'm pretty sure if we were to just solder all these together in parallel or in sequence. So there's one wire that comes in, touches the top one, they all get touched. One wire comes out the bottom, completes the circuit, and then on this side, each positive runs to it, and they can light up in sequence. The issue is with the microcontroller boards, each LED becomes an output on the microcontroller board, and we need to make sure we have enough outputs to light all these up versus using one of those smart strips that, like I'm talking about, the WS1862 strips, whatever they're called, which only has a negative power, a positive power, and a data cable. And then programmatically, using the processor itself, it can light up each one individually.
So we're going to have to answer these questions pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty quick.
We're getting there.
But
it's not where I'm comfortable in my area of expertise, so
No.
It's like one of those things that I'm trusting you, and you're like...
But it is, oh hey, can is that in focus?
Camera 3?
Yeah. So if you can read it, here's the, here's what we got. It's the Arduino ARGYB, sorry. Yeah, JKUS066SNL. This is what I purchased. But if we can find a programming strip instead of one of these, I think I'd rather use that.
I'm all for easy, whichever one's easier.
Right.
Yeah.
There's other things we could do to cheat it too, but I don't want to. That's mechanical and weird. Because we could have a tube of light with a tube over it that has cutouts on it, and then with a gear it could rotate and would reveal each one, and it would work.
Seems like we're moving a lot of complicated things to not do something complicated.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a way more complicated way to do something that's not too complicated.
Right.
Besides, this is something I can push off in a shop room, and I mean.
Craig Waters says, my 6-year-old son Freddie says hi.
Hello, Freddie. How's it going? Thank you for watching, Freddie. Appreciate that.
Yes. Advixen says, ever since Saban took the Rangers back from Disney, they have been milking that iconic music riff for years. I miss the original song.
Right. So now this is the clippered valves. This is wrapping the aluminum tape around this.
Yeah, that's the aluminum tape.
But I want to make the other parts.
Before, so...
And this is something that if I can get in here, if my tax season and other things let me, and I want to get in here and get these things done, so it's just done because whatever. So I'll get the clipper valves made.
So
Get the parts cut out, get it put together, get them plastic dipped, get them silvered. We can put the aluminum tape still in the decals on. Scrubby pad, yeah, we'll do all that live. Then we got knobs and lights.
We have the clickers. These aren't knobs.
No. These are the ones that in the video he actually makes
custom.
a simplified lathe and does it with wax off of a candle and makes his custom knobs, yeah.
I thought he made a mold.
He made a mold, but I thought he sculpted using wax and then made a mold with hot glue or silicone.
I thought he
like
used
caulking.
a cap of a toothpaste. I don't know.
Yes, he did. All sorts of things.
Okay, because it's been a while since I've seen the video.
So, I'm interested in this or in potentially 3D printing some or found objects. I'm very open to the knobs and lights. I'm not as set on these have to be perfectly right because obviously the rest isn't.
The rest doesn't look bad to me,
No,
so
it
I'm
doesn't
not
look
going to
bad.
complain.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. So the barrel box has a push switch and a light in it. Punch a hole through each piece 98, large enough to accommodate entire body of your push switch. I think that's this guy down here, isn't it? No.
The push button?
The hole. I stuck my finger in it again. Oh, that's even worse. Now I gotta fix it. I need to quit touching this thing.
Here, use this one. It's a little drier. Just a little bit. Yeah.
This is the benefit of the hot glue because it would have been dried by now. It's safe to touch.
Advixen says those lights are great for making custom power banks. Learned that from DIY Perks.
Yep.
Yes, and R Squared says, I recently used ChatGPT to help me write lighting code for a droid I'm working on. It was great help and I actually learned a few things.
That's cool.
Right?
You've told me some good things about ChatGPT. And
Yeah. Can you write me instructions on how to do this and then follow the instructions? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Francisco Silva says, in response to R Squared, I also did ChatGPT for Adreno coding.
Cool.
So-
Okay. Nice.
It's like a little tool, a little helpful friend. Can I ask you a weird question and you understand it as opposed to trying to figure out the right Google terms?
I like that. You mentioned it to me, and then Tom Scott did a video using ChatGPT to make his script for his sponsorship.
Yeah, and so did Rebel Base Build. He did a...
Yes, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I haven't watched his yet. I need to watch James's video.
But, I don't know. It's a, join the robots.
Right.
All hail the algorithm.
Make friends with the robots now. It'll be easier than later.
Oh, jeez. DJ Stumpy is going to get DuckTales stuck in my head.
Woohoo!
I really like their new animated series. That's where Launchpad says, when you're a grown-up, they're called decals. Is that just a sticker? Well, when you're a grown-up, it's called a decal. And I just laughed so hard.
I actually watched the video last week. But that
preparing.
was a week ago. So it's time to watch the video again.
I know, because we really just got to paint it. I think we got to mask it.
We're really getting to where it's the electronics and masking it, and it becomes which are we doing and which are we not doing.
Should we start masking, like, the little pieces?
No, because I'm going to end up ruining the thing. I agree, but let's just...
Okay.
I think
Should we make 2 more of these? Do you have stuff to make 2 more of those? Because we wanted to put them on those.
Yeah, I do. I might just do that. If I can get in here and get these done the way I want to, I might just have that happen off camera, because it's 2 o'clock.
Okay, so it's time to get going.
Yeah. But yes, I think I really want to do the clippered valve. If anyone wants to send us a Etsy link to be able to buy who they think has got the really good decals for both the packs and the wands, full scale, definitely want to get some of those ordered soon.
Right.
Somebody had the belt gizmo. Somebody's got a rubberized and leather and laser cut whatever belt gizmo prop that they're selling on Etsy now for it's like $170.
Did somebody say they were making us one?
He made us holsters.
Holsters,
we got.
yeah, we got.
Holsters but that's for the
PKE meter.
PKE meter, exactly.
Because the plastic thing right there.
He may have given us. Was it also gizmo holsters? It was just PKE meters, I thought. But
you have the stuff. I don't know where it is.
It's around. It is. It's safe. The gizmo is the gutted old Sanyo calculator with Nixie tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like only Dana Krieg wears, I think. But
okay.
It's stuff that's fun. It's not one I'm 100% have to have, but
It was just the PKE.
It was just the PKE,
Yeah.
which is so cool. Thank you for those. Still like to get a PKE meter made.
Yeah.
Things to do.
Eventually.
I have got a spreadsheet of lists, and there's things I forget about all the time. Yeah. I mean, was tempted to make a prop for the new D&D movie, but by the time I get it out, the D&D movie will be a month old. Is anyone going to care? Probably, because it was pretty good. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Right now.
People still care about Indiana Jones.
Put any video out. And
right? Just get a video.
Just get a video out and it'll be fine.
A video out.
Yeah. Here's a video about me trying to make a video.
Unless you have some that just need to be edited, right?
Yeah, I've been saying that for months.
But I understand.
I do. I really do.
Okay.
Okay. Any quick last things from our friends in the chat?
We got some DuckTales going on and people talking about props you can make, like Gizmo Duck's helmet, but DJ
Right.
Stumpy's pointing out that you made the Darkwing Duck gun.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Yes.
If anything, I should make a duck bill.
That'd be really cool, actually.
Just a strap-on duck bill. Yeah.
Because then Disneyland. I was just thinking of Goofy's hat.
Right.
Duck bill. Oh, that's interesting. But yes, Zeta Prime Reviews has been saying Taxatron 22.
Yeah, that's coming up. I have no idea what that is as a prop, but I know that here in the States, income taxes do.
Right? Did you get your taxes done yet?
No. I'm a procrastinator.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually got mine done last week, so.
Oh, good for you.
Pat on my back.
Awesome.
As a grown-up, as responsible-ish.
Yes.
Trying.
Awesome.
Yeah. I hate TurboTax.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyways, we're here. We got some. You did some stuff. I just talked
you
to
helped.
people.
I wouldn't have got stuff done if you hadn't shown up.
Yes. So.
I want to thank all of you for joining us. Definitely thank you for spending your afternoon with us. You were going to say something.
I was trying to think of what we're going to do next week. I think we got to do our masking next week and then probably start.
She's really set on masking. Maybe.
Maybe not. Well, I'm just thinking we got to get to the painting part.
We do.
And the creature casting.
Yeah, we do.
And I don't know how we're going to apply the creature cast because the brush strokes.
It's got to be done with a spray gun. It'll have to be done outside. It'll probably be one of those things that happens off camera. Because we're either setting up a whole bunch of stuff to do it outside, which could be a real nightmare because there's no guarantee that when we're ready to stream, we're going to have the accessibility to spray outside and not get somebody's grip truck covered in spray. Right? So we're going to have to be sure that we can spray it when the coast is clear and we can spray.
Yeah, and the wind is on our favor, and the temperature's right, and the stars are aligned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deep in the heart of Texas. No, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking of like the next part of the project and what has been keeping us from moving forward.
Yeah.
Definitely has kept us from moving forward.
It has on multiple occasions from both projects. So yeah, big smiles.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll definitely
We're getting
take
there.
a good, solid, hard look at what's really next that we have to do, and start to get things painted.
Yeah.
We did push them both, and I think you're right. We probably pushed them about as far as we can in both directions.
Where we have to like paint and electronics.
Yeah.
And then we'll be on our downhill.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been avoiding so many things trying to get to this point.
But also at this point, the weather's back in our favor. You know,
it is.
For the past 3 or 4 months. Well, not only anyway, it wouldn't be good to go outside and spray a water-based sealant because it's been nothing but water outside.
Do we have to dilute it to spray it?
No, actually, we have to add a thickener to spray it.
Interesting. I wouldn't have known that. Do you have a spray gun?
Yeah, I've got a brand new spray gun I haven't used for any other project that I planned on using with this.
And we'll glue gunk it up. I'm not even letting you finish. Sorry.
That's fine. It's not a glue. It's
creature cast, so in my head I imagine
It's a glue. It's a neoprene rubber. So it's still a rubber, but it's neoprene based. Neoprene is the type of rubber like flip flops and the mats at the water park are made out of. Wetsuits are neoprene.
Yeah.
As opposed to latex rubber, which is the natural tree sap, and people have an allergy to it.
Yeah.
No one is known to have an allergy to neoprene, and neoprene is UV stable, whereas latex is not.
Yeah, because latex will totally. That is why fabric will rot. Like your swimsuits don't last too many seasons because the latex will just deteriorate in the sunshine.
Yep, with the chlorine and everything else.
The chlorine's not as bad as the sunshine.
Oh, really?
Not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 gallons of creature cast in various thicknesses. Not thicknesses.
Finishes.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. When it finishes at various flexibility.
Yeah.
So I've got a gallon that is supposed to be almost like latex rubber. I've got 2 gallons that are called semi-rigid, which I was told is what I'm going to want for most of this stuff. And then I got a gallon of rigid, which is what we want for this.
Okay, so...
And rigid has still got a flexibility, it's just a little tougher.
Why are we creature casting this? Why are we just not spray painting it?
Because I'm curious how rigid is, right?
Experimentation.
Basically. I've got the materials because I wanted to use it because, creature cast is non-toxic and it's water-based, as opposed to... Plastidip, which is chemical based and toxic. So you have to use a respirator. You don't want to spray it inside. You don't want to spray anything inside. Really, it gets everywhere. But if you want to clean it up with anything, you're using acetone or xylene or some other fun chemicals. Not all of which I can buy in this state. Creature cast, it cleans up with water and it's non-toxic. You wear a dust mask, so you're not breathing it in.
Yay for
but it's not going to hurt your skin, or if you do happen to get it on you. Okay. Not that. Plastic doesn't really hurt your skin. I'm exaggerating, but that's the idea. It's a non-toxic.
I've spray painted on me plenty of times, and
I've directly spray painted my arm, so I didn't have makeup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Basically, I bought it because I was excited about trying something new and different, and this seemed like a great thing, especially if it is truly rigid. I don't know how rigid is, right? But these are not. So I'm curious how rigid it'll become.
Like, will it affect the overall general structure?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So, yeah.
I'm excited, and as
there's a lot of masking to be done on this. As I look at it, there's a lot going on here that needs to be covered, but that's okay.
Question.
Sure.
We have this piece as the back piece that we haven't attached yet.
Correct, because of electronics.
Exactly. Should we just spray it black and then cut into it once?
Well, that was part of the question of, do we want to put the electronics in and seal them up? I think it goes the other way. Oh, no, you're right. No?
It just doesn't line up with the...
I think you were supposed to cut it out once it was in place, or we avoided it because of we didn't know how this went together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should really I like being able to access the stuff on the inside.
Yeah, I think we should probably just lay this down and creature cast this. So then we do deal with the electronics, and then we can do the same thing to that and just creature
We
cast the
creature
flat.
cast the back and the front so we make a rigid piece.
Probably can. Or
As
if we need
opposed-
to, we could even like...
'Cause I could see it curling if it's only one side.
Yeah, and if we need to, we can just, recut it out of a piece of Sintra, so it's a rigid piece of material.
Oh, look at that, using your brain. I have questions. Pre-think these things out before we get to them. At least try.
We didn't at all on this. We winged it.
This is where we hot glue welded.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some hot glue
So we
welds
did
that we
hot
did.
glue.
We tried.
I remember doing it.
Yeah, and I'm much happier with those than I am with these. You're not peeling it off, are you?
No, there's just this piece right here that I'd never noticed before. And I was just,
Oh, okay.
I just was like, can I pop it off? No.
No, okay.
Just ignoring it. Pretending it's not there. I
It's
see
not
nothing.
there.
I don't see that.
But this is where we're at with our Kentucky Fried Neutrona one.
Right?
Because it's all red, black, and white, so it totally
It's
looks like...
the stripes that remind me of the fried chicken buckets.
Fried chicken buckets and boxes, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. So once again, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us. I'm glad that we can help some of you with your crafting while you're working along, listening to us babble and talk.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We appreciate the company while we babble and talk.
Absolutely. If you want to see more of Felicia, she's been live streaming more often than I do over on her channel.
Behind the scenes fashions on YouTube, it's the yellow dot. I'm currently working on this crazy dress thing for a commission project I'm working on. And I'm trying to get that finished up this week.
Good.
And then after that, I wanted to dissect a suit.
Like a business suit? Or?
Yeah, like a men's suit, starting from the tie, ripping out all the seams and pulling it apart and explaining why it's so complicatedly simple. And just kind of going and doing a deep dive into a suit, doing the shirt and then the jacket, and like I said, ripping it apart, going in all the seams and seeing what.
Well, the tie is sewn diagonal to the bias, right?
It has to be on a perfect bias, otherwise it will curl.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
on a perfect bias. Weird.
Yeah,
All right.
it has to be on that bias because bias tape, you know how it fits around circles and ties not significantly better than if it's straight of grain?
Yes.
That is why a necktie fits around your neck so nicely, is because it's cut on that bias, so it does that curve. And if you're not on the curve correctly, it will twist.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the simple complications of men's suiting. So I just figured that would be a fun thing to do, just dissect an old suit.
That does sound like fun.
Piece by piece.
Bit by bit. Here we go.
So that's what I'm doing after I'm done with this crazy dress. But for now, I'm finishing up the crazy dress this week.
Hopefully I'll get a commission to make a old school double barrel shotgun for an upcoming documentary. And I'll be posting progress pictures of that on Discord. If any of you want to talk to both of us at any time, as well as Marvel Guy and Shop Gremlin and Strictly and Jerry does props, Sherry can cosplay, and all of our friends. Check out the Odin Makes Discord to get access to the Discord. Check out patreon.com/Odin Makes. Join the Discord level, and all of us are happy to talk to you. And we still play Among Us on Fridays. So that's something that's still going on. It's just not streamed anymore. So if anyone wants to really play that game, which has been a lot of fun, I'm enjoying it still. Okay.
Because you get to sign off.
All
and
right.
exit out of everything.
I get to stand in front of the heater.
Right? It's cold over here.
Yes. Zeta Prime is check your Gmail. I absolutely will, Zeta. Thanks for opening the trees today. You're welcome, Austin Lips. Ianolith, thanks. Take care, everyone, and sorry for lurking. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Ianolith.
Yeah, welcome.
And Ace, take care and see you next time. I hope you had a good fishing trip, Ace. Yep, we'll be at LoadedCon in 3 weeks. We'll be back here in 2 weeks, and I'll talk to all of you then. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. And we're no longer live.
Yep.